Last time on Wild West Reckoning, the Spirit Chasers went out into the Badlands in search of a crushed Nautaloid. Who knows what treasures await within? But upon their journey, they have encountered some foes. First, they were almost extorted by a local gang called the Sons of Calyx, but the situation was quickly avoided thanks to some swift thinking on Aaron's part by making it seem as though they had stone giant allies to assist Ed in crushing their enemies' balls into dust. And then they were attacked by giant worms, my favorite. But they survived this encounter. Although Jarvis was not looking all that good. Currently, they are repairing the cart to begin making their way again through the desert. And that is where we will pick up.
Thanks, Hondo.
You're welcome. So shortly after the fight,
Hanging in there.
Did we have you guys make a check to repair? Oh yeah, you did. You rolled a 20.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that's right. Ed assisted, and you did slowly but surely end up repairing the cart. It took you like a solid 3 hours. It was pretty melted in certain places. Yes, yeah. The people that were not working were capable of taking a short rest. But I'll say that you hook everything back up. Kothar just kind of floating there on his Air Force One. And you start making headway again. The fight had only briefly stopped you, but so you won't get as much progress today as you would have liked, considering that a good bit of the day was spent standing out in the sun, not moving anywhere. But I'll say eventually you would find a spot to make camp. And yeah. So whoever's taking watches, let me get those perception checks.
First watch.
Before we start rolling for watches, I need to point out something I just realized.
Okay.
You know how my arm cannot on itself recharge its charges, right? I have to be targeted by a spell.
A hostile creature, yes.
Does it say hostile creature?
Yes, we've been over this. We can't auto-charge it for you.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is like
we've had this
the third
discussion
time now.
before.
Okay, so I can't do that. Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna have one of you put.
No, we've had this discussion before. We don't.
That would be too spicy.
I apologize.
Yeah, it's expensive too.
Now, if you pick a fight with Nex and turn him into your enemy, he can cast spells at you.
Now we're on to something.
Nex knows
He's the only one here that's not really an ally per se. He's more of an acquaintance. So if you did fight him, but he's not a caster.
Yeah, you gotta turn Wilfred into your enemy.
Do you want to try that?
No. There's no benefit to gain from this. I just gotta get lucky in our next combat encounter when I get targeted by an
favor.
no.
I mean, what?
Shut the fuck up. All right, Dylan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If Nex is gonna kill any of us, I think today's the day to do it after that fight.
He would have done it already.
Oh,
yeah, he totally could have killed Jarvis before anybody healed him.
That's right. I planned on taking this night to also consume my second potion of watchful rest to continue working on my earrings.
This dude, okay.
But that's my last one.
I could have been very useful at some other point in time, but oh well.
Yeah.
I can make more if needed. It doesn't take much.
All right, let me get them watches.
All right. I'll do a watch.
Can I have Zeus make watches or no?
Well, they don't function like familiars do, right? So I mean, like,
Uh,
wasn't that why
Mm.
we were giving people advantage for a while? Was because he was like assisting them, which he technically can do because he can't get surprised.
Yeah.
I
He
believe so.
can't. He can't
So-
do it on his own though, because I mean,
He has
like,
to alert someone to.
yeah. I mean, like he can go to someone and alert them, but he's not going to be able to actually tell you what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it's
so
just
it's
a
not
dog
as
being like,
useful.
"Hey, there's something up."
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, he is a robo dog, but like, he totally could get distracted by like a robo squirrel.
Real shit.
Robo squirrel.
sorry, we're out in the
Uh,
Badlands.
I was
Robo
just curious
groundhog.
because
Prairie
I feel
dog.
like it's a bit of a overuse thing. Like, oh, I always got someone watching my dog, but that also seems. But if you can grant advantage to you guys, that's helpful.
Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll allow him to grant advantage so that he's like, helping. I mean, because to a degree, he's got a little bit more spectrum of
I could command
perceptiveness
him
that
as
other people don't have.
I could command him as an action, but I'm about to be doing it every 6 seconds.
I think you're doing an action every 6 seconds.
Yeah, you're currently working on something,
Yeah,
so that wouldn't work
that's
out.
what I was joking at.
We have
That's
to
what I
we
was
have to
joking
be
at.
dog sitting.
Yeah. Is it Marcus or is it
Marcus. Yeah.
Nix? Okay.
For fuck's sake.
Or staying
Perception.
watch, get
Yeah,
some
you have
dog
advantage.
safety advantage from
Oh,
Zeus. I don't
Do
think
not.
you need
It's not Nex. It's Marcus.
Looks like you don't need. No, I could tell. It says in the roll who it is.
I will
says
roll
Marcus
again just in
in the
case it is like a crit again.
Yeah, you want to. Okay, I was gonna say, did you want to burn those natural 20s now? All right.
That's not how fate works.
During your watch, surprisingly this night you don't see any dust clouds from infernal machines, nor do you see. Is that for the dog or is that for you? Because you're working on something.
Right, never mind.
I thought I hit that.
Yeah.
Those are hit dice. That's right. I can't take those right now. But I still get the benefits of the long rest at the end, which is nice.
Because of the potion. Yeah. So yeah, you don't notice any infernal machines or anything like that, which is surprising considering there's been a significant amount of activity since you've arrived. And you don't see any more little snakes / worms popping their heads up out of the ground. Do you think that you're not particularly inclined to nature, but you at least understand the basic concept of big things have big territory, and you think you cleared the territory, so things for the time being seem relatively safe, and your watch would pass uneventfully on to the next.
Bruce will do one.
Oh, do me a favor real quick, since you have his sheet. I was looking through the items in the party items. He has a cloak of elven kind. Is he currently wearing or attuned to that?
Cloak. Every item in
Like-
this thing is checked off.
Well, actually, do you need to attune to a cloak of elven kind?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Not the cloak, but you do. It's either you need to attune to the boots or you need to attune to the cloak.
I don't think you
Let me
need to
look.
attune to the boots.
You have to attune to the cloak.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, because it
Yep.
has the added benefit of.
Well, if he's currently attuned to that, he has been missing out on, I'm pretty sure, advantage on perception checks, even without
I
the
don't even
dog's
see a
help.
cloak of Elven
No.
kind in this thing.
No, a cloak doesn't give you advantage. It gives other people disadvantage on checks to see you.
Oh, okay.
And you have advantage. You have advantage on stealth if it's hiding. You need the boots for stealth for sneaking.
And
Okay,
the
gotcha.
only
There we
cloak
go.
I can think of that gives you advantage on perception checks is the Cloak of Eyes.
Rope of Visio.
Okay. All right. Well, make the perception check at advantage, please.
Oh yeah.
What is it with the nat 20s already? Okay. Um, he too would notice no wormos, no snakos. Um, but he catches something. Uh, a good bit out. We'll call it a couple miles, about like 5 miles out. He doesn't see like any dust clouds or anything like that, but you'd see what seems to be some light, like little pinpricks of light that is not the stars in the night sky. Uh, and the more you focus on it, you think it looks like there's a little encampment, and it seems to be in the direction that you are currently traveling. So, should you keep your heading, come the morning, you'll reach it.
That's mighty interesting. Nothing to wake people up for, though.
Sorry. But yeah, and it would pass. And who's got the last one?
I can take it.
Alrighty. Swear if this is another natural 20. You do have advantage.
Oh, that did not. I had advantage clicked off. That's weird. My passive is 17 for what it's worth.
Because of alert.
Observant.
Observant.
probably.
Yeah,
So
observant. So Bruce would would Bruce have pointed out the little camp?
Yeah, just like, yeah, there's a little camp that way. We'll find it in the morning when we set off.
So you look out, Aaron, and he's pointing in a direction, and for whatever reason, maybe because you hadn't drank your coffee yet, you can't pick it out. But you just kind of like nod, like, yeah, no, I see what you're talking about. You're pretty wired from the coffee, and at some point or another, you get like distracted looking at your new vest, just kind of like looking at the material it's made out of, seeing if there's like any hidden pockets or anything. And as you do notice that there's a internal breast pocket for the vest, with like a little button and everything, and you undo it just to be like, oh, what kind of space do I got in here? And you would find a little piece of what seems to be hard candy wrapped up in some paper. And when you like unwrap it just to like see what kind of candy is in there, you would see that something is written on the inside of the wrapper. And in very small, neat flowing script, it says, use in case of emergency, and then a little, Dr. D.R. Merlin.
Okay. One emergency candy. What kind of candy does it look like? Like, are we talking like peppermint? One of those strawberry things?
It's it very much looks like
In Bedville.
just kind of like default you know how like when they have those videos of them at like the handmade candy shops where like it's just the initial like hot sugar and like they haven't added any food dyes to it yet. It's just that kind of
Yeah.
like yellowish brown, like that golden brown.
Yeah.
And it's not in like a particular like shape or anything. Like it's not a root beer barrel. It doesn't look like a little barrel. It's just just a little like oval piece of candy.
Like caramel, like a thing of caramel.
Maybe it's not quite a Werther's.
You like that back?
Yeah.
Sure, Bruce. Let's get you back to bed.
If you can, do you have the ability to figure out what it is or identify it?
No, I put it back in my pocket. It's candy. Nothing that man has ever given me has been bad.
Have you tried? Wait, did you wrap it back up or just shove it just open?
Yeah, wrap it back up.
Oh dang! It's not gonna
Right?
hold.
You think I'm gonna get it? I'm gonna get it melted to the inside of my pocket? No.
That'd be
I live in the South. I know how this works.
But
Then you have to spend the rest of the marching season marching with a melted peppermint in your pocket.
but the night would pass, coming into the next day. Where did I put the date? There's so many AI generated images of dinosaurs. Oh,
Who did that?
that brain worm disturbs me. Okay. Thursday, so it'd be Friday, November 26th. Okay.
Oh, the illithid that got taken over by, or the purple worm that got taken over by illithids.
Wait a
Yeah.
second. Did we just miss Thanksgiving?
I mean,
Thanksgiving's
it's
not a thing.
a holiday yet. Yeah.
Oh,
I-
no. When did that start becoming a
I mean, it was, but it wasn't a yearly. It wasn't. It wasn't a federal holiday.
There you go. Yeah. And I mean, the war is going on. Lincoln's busy.
No one's very thankful for anything yet.
No, it's kind of hard to be thankful when there's a war on. Well, that's a lie. You'd definitely be way more thankful. But yeah, so you get your stuff together and you set out, and I just need, since navigating's easy enough with Wilfred's memory, Aaron's compass, and Ed at the helm, just roll me a d20 for the day, whoever.
Solid.
Beat me to it.
Smack dab in the middle.
Okay. Let me just check my thing real quick. Okay. All right. You have clear skies. So you head off. You start traveling. And at some point, after you get about like 5 or so miles away from your campsite, around where that camp should be, that Bruce had seen the night before, that Aaron didn't see. Strangely, there's nothing there.
Not even remnants of a campsite?
Not even remnants of a campsite, no.
My picture's even more relevant now.
I swear it was right here, guy. I don't know why. Where did that accent come from? That is not Bruce.
I don't know where it went.
I swear it was right here, guys.
Driver stops working on the stuff. You want me to take a look? See if there's any like tent markings of like there's like if any disturbance in the ground or any holes made from posts.
Yeah, not really.
You got posts?
Yeah, you mean take a stake, stab it in the ground to help prop up a tent?
I mean, Bruce, are you sure you saw something?
I did.
Sure you weren't just too tired?
No. I'm sure I saw it.
I always believe Bruce. He's telling the truth.
Yeah. How big of a, like, did it look like a lot of people? A lot of camp?
Well, I mean, it was far away and the light was small.
So not like a bunch of fires.
No?
What are the odds? It's probably an outgoing group of illithids using people as drones to secure an area.
What an assumption.
I feel like that's
I pop locate creature
Wilfred's like
illithid.
I think that's a bit of a stretch considering how far we are from the crash site.
You detect No elephants.
No elephants within 1,000 feet. Good.
No
Glad.
elephants within 1,000 feet.
That's
There's
comforting.
a
They're not
tadpole
elephants,
in
I'm saying
Nex's
they're
head, but
basically mind slaves based on our past.
No, the fuck there isn't.
it took
Dude,
him
How
there's
did
not.
no one else hear that? How did no one else hear that?
I heard it. I just didn't acknowledge it because it was funny.
There's not, dude. Shut up.
I'm confused.
It's fine.
I said
was,
mind.
was but a jest.
This
But a
Mind
jest.
slaves, but okay.
this is worse than I know him.
But so you travel beyond around where the camp should have been. And eventually some of the sort of like rocky area begins to rise up around you, and there's a little bit of a pathway, kind of not all that dissimilar from the area where you encountered the purple worms. But then it's strange. There's an archway at one point in the middle of this, and it doesn't, how do I put this? It's naturally occurring, but you notice that there's a bunch of what would be the right term? I'm gonna say this and it'll probably be wrong. Like pictographs carved into it,
The grass.
right? Pictograph?
Yeah,
pictograph.
little goats.
Is that what that is? Am I saying the wrong
Yeah,
thing?
pictographs. That's
Yeah, pictographs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, essentially images to depict a concept or story or note.
yeah, you would see a series of them. Some of them old, well, most of them quite old and faded with time, but enough to sort of like pick out what they mean. And you see like different like humanoids hunting creatures, depictions of like settlements. But you see like more recently further down on like the left hand side of the archway, what seems to be like a recounting of at first it looks like a star in the sky, and then like it seemingly crashing down, and then what basically looks like a nautaloid.
Ooh.
Why is there a cuttlefish there?
Can I determine who made these paintings?
Yeah, all right, mister. I'm not even gonna try with that word.
Edition.
It's technically not a ruin or dungeon, but I feel like this would be covered by archaeology.
Yeah. I just gotta make sure of what the local tribe is.
Oh God! Native Americans indoctrinated thinking elephants are their gods.
It doesn't seem to be
That-
depicting them as gods.
First,
Oh,
It was
Native
just a
Americans
historical
are
account.
not stupid.
Agreed.
I don't know. We only saw that first.
I mean,
part
we're
of
in
the
what?
game
New
again.
Mexico, Arizona? We're in New Mexico right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're in New Mexico right now.
So that seems to me like Apache area.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Should have taken that left.
Shouldn't have taken that left.
It's-
Pueblo is a lot of the big ones, and Apache.
I
Yeah,
think Apache is most of New Mexico. I thought was Apache, except for like west is Navajo.
Oh, if we're like in like canyons and shit, we're probably like near the Pueblo
Pueblo. Yeah,
with their homes built into the cliffs.
yeah. It says, was it 23 New Mexico federally recognized tribes? A lot of them are like different versions of Pueblo, and then there's a couple of Apache. Like there's House Pueblo, Picuras Pueblo, and then we have Jacarilla Apache Nation. Yeah, so we'll say Pueblo. Why not? Yeah, you would know that this would be the Pueblo people have left this behind. And yeah, and by settlements it would look like these sort of like
Cave dwellings. No, not cave dwellings. Cliff dwellings.
But, well, cliff-based dwellings. But you don't see any of them carved immediately within this area.
Interesting. Didn't come across this on my way through here.
You're going in the same like general direction, but yeah, you didn't end up taking this path. You're a bit further south than, or actually, no, you're actually a bit further north than you would have been when you had taken the caravan.
Yeah, I'll take out my my little journal and put this in there because that's important.
Does it just show the depiction of the crashing and nothing else?
There's a depiction of the crash, and that's at about like head level on the archway, and you would see beneath it, sort of obscured by like this bit of brush, like if you approach it, but you could see it like once you push this like sort of dried brush aside. There is a depiction of humanoids fighting what appear to be these like tentacle-headed creatures.
How old are these paintings?
The ones, God, excuse me. The ones in regard to the Nautaloid and the Illithids appear to be. You guys are in 69. Roughly about 20 years old,
All right.
but the other
Oh.
stuff is significantly older. But that's all that you would see in the immediate area, at least from like a cursory glance.
Well, not only due to the fact that I've also been there and we're heading in the correct direction, this is a great sign that we're heading in the correct direction.
Do you think it's possible we could get the assistance of the locals? Whether it just
In
be
the
for
battle
information?
between them and the squid people, does it look like it's more favoring the squid people or favoring the humans?
Yeah, so I mean, like, they usually draw like multiple little scenes within like certain areas to, I guess, depict that portion of history. So yeah, so you would see like them arriving, and then like them making war, and then some of their own being taken, and then like the numbers seemingly increasing, but it doesn't seem as though there's been a loss, at least in the sense of like a total loss.
It's
They've
more of a
definitely lost some of their
stalemate, and
people.
it's like
Yeah.
the Confederates versus the Union. It's the Union hasn't lost, but it's definitely in the Confederates' advantage.
Yeah.
Kind of mirrors the Civil War in a way.
So you think the squid people are fucking sieging
At least they were
everyone
20
else?
years ago. I don't know what they're doing now.
Well, I guess now they made it all the way to damn Texas. So I don't feel real good about that.
No,
Yeah.
that might have been my fault. They might have been localized to this area. I don't know how much of a effect I had in spreading the, the blight of it.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
Do you still have it?
Have what?
It.
No.
The brain puppy.
No,
No.
I know.
Was that Marcus asking?
Yes.
He watched it kill itself.
It did off itself.
Pretty sure whatever bioorganic material that was left in it have been probably reabsorbed by your body.
Yeah, that's where my family thinks I got my sorcerer's powers from. As,
Actually. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Finish your
as I definitely did not have those before.
Well, you seem to be adapted to them.
I mean, maybe you didn't just like unlocked it.
That's also a possibility.
Magic is crazy. All I know is don't fuck with it too much or you'll regret it.
Oh, me and my family, we're worshippers of the fuck, what's a word? Lady of Mysteries? Is that one of her titles?
It's true.
That is one of them.
Yeah, the Lady of Mysteries. We fully understand the dangers and of magic.
Yeah. That's actually how I lost my arm. Well, my good arm, I should say.
Wilfred,
Yes.
you would have, since you're taking notations, I'm assuming you would have like more closely approached to inspect these.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, what's your passive?
My passive perception is a 15.
Okay. So when you went over to the left-hand side of the arch and you were looking at the more recent additions to this long-going story of their people, you would have noticed beyond the archway, over on like the right-hand side of it, just slightly concealed by some brush, but you managed to just like sort of peek this little crack in the rock wall, leading to what you assume is some sort of cave.
This is interesting.
What you got?
Not even like being the curious bastard he is. I poke my head inside and start going inside without telling
Okay.
anyone.
So, and the funny thing is, like, you kind of like walk over there, and looking at it head on, and not looking at it from specifically that like right angle, even if you were to look at it like from the left, coming the other way through the archway, you never would have noticed it. But you kind of go through like this. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, not so much where like you have to suck anything in. But you kind of like walk through and it kind of twists a little bit, almost in an S shape, and then it comes out into this larger cave, and you would see inside a variety of like pottery put into different little like alcoves slash like niches, and in the center of the room on the floor, yeah, you're magically inclined, what appears to be a heavily altered teleportation circle,
Huh.
very much
Interesting.
using like their own symbols instead of like the usual arcane glyphs that you're using.
Is it like whatever language the Pueblo speak or write with? Or is it
effectively,
or is it deep
but
speech?
it's no, it's not deep speech. Effectively, it's like that, but like there's also some like iconography within it. It's not just simply like words. It's also like more pictographs to a degree, but it's like not of anything specific. Like it's not of people or creatures. It's just more like these abstract shapes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll poke my head out of the cave and call for the group. Hey guys, you wanna come take a look at this? This is interesting stuff in here. Oh, by the way, there's a cave.
Can Ed fit through that opening?
Oh, I'm sure he could.
It's
I don't know.
it's tight. Fred.
I'll try. But I'll go last, and if I can't go, then I'll just wait out here.
I mean, if you really want in there, I can get you in there, Ed.
Oh yeah, you can.
Jarvis puts down his stuff.
Okay, we'll see if I can't get in there. But y'all go on ahead.
I'm actually curious. What did you find?
A modified teleportation circle. I'm not sure exactly what. Magic isn't exactly my thing.
Let me see if I can get something out of this. Detect
Bruce will
magic.
help look into this as well.
Okay. You're casting Detect Magic, Jarvis?
Yeah, detect magic.
Okay, and then what are you having Bruce look into?
Just figure out what the purpose of this circle is for.
I'm gonna make me an Arcana check.
Shit. He has a +9. You know what? I
Study the
will
circle.
use my inspiration for this.
I mean, you have to if you want to add a circle to the ones you know.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Okay.
26.
26. All right. So Jarvis, you ping Detect Magic. It is definitely magical in nature. This is a teleportation circle. And you also detect within the room. There's like a general. Well, it wouldn't be general enchantment, but on the clay pots, like abjuration.
What the hell? I was just checking out the freaking circle, but
Well,
Well, I
heavy
mean, it's
conjuration
not
on
a
the circle.
particularly it'd be conjuration
know.
on the circle, yeah.
I know. But Jarvis is just saying out loud. I was just expecting to get a ping off the circle here, but there's other shit in here. He goes over to the jar to inspect it. Is it a
With
closed jar?
Wilfred's historical knowledge, are these like burial jars or are they something else?
They are burial jars, yeah.
I wouldn't crack one open.
I was well. First, I was going to see if they were even, if they're just like a regular jar, or was it like topped off?
It's got a top to it, yeah.
Well, I doubt opening this is even possible right now.
No, this is.
I said I doubt it's even possible to open right now.
Well,
If you
yeah,
even
but
want
like,
to.
don't even try because this is they're dead that they've buried.
Are you just looking at it or are you touching it?
I'm looking at I'm just getting abjuration, correct?
Yeah.
I'll cautiously pick it up.
Wilfred is in the middle of like being like, "You shouldn't touch that," as he picks it up.
Yeah, that's how you get haunted.
Hold on.
Wait, so I'm being very careful with it. I'm not shaking it.
Yeah, you're still touching it.
Marcus
I'm
is
still
displeased.
touching it.
Marcus
I can't
is
believe that.
displeased.
I can't believe Jarvis just got magic jarred.
Jarvis, can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Oh my god.
Oh no! They're putting they're putting Marcus in the jar. Not Marcus, Jarvis in the jar.
Get in the fucking jar.
Get in the jar.
Get in the jar.
Magical effect or spell.
Fuck you, dude. Get in the jar.
Dude.
That's it.
It's not a spell, no.
Get in the jar.
Oh, it's not magic jar.
No, it's not magic jar.
Oh no!
Oh,
That's
Jarvo.
meant to do.
Oh,
Embed
that's
fail.
Okay.
And
I mean,
fail.
that's a fail. So
Saving throw
Yeah,
fail.
I have nothing I can do to stop or really. I can turn it into an 11, but I doubt an 11 will make it past.
No, an
what is
11 would
that?
not make it past. The rest of you would witness as he picks up this jar. He doesn't notice it. The rest of you would. You would see a pale blue humanoid figure.
His name was
appear and simply just step into him.
Oh.
Oh,
You
I
are
got class.
possessed.
Oh, just casually possessed. God,
What am I doing
fucking-
now?
Uh, you would place the urn back in its niche, turn around towards your companions, and in a language that none of you would understand,
No,
Uh,
Cast tongues,
okay.
You speak Pueblo now.
if allowed.
You speak Pueblo now, sure. Oh yeah, I'll let you speak it.
Yourself.
You would hear like you'd catch
I'm not
the
touching the
tail end of
ghost.
it.
You're not touching-
Trespassers upon this sacred place, you will pay with your blood.
No, we didn't know what was going on here.
Jarvo?
We didn't know it was
warned him.
sacred. Yeah, we told him not to do that, but we didn't know it was sacred. We told him not to mess with the burial jars, though.
I'm curious.
Okay.
You're in the
What
jar,
weapon
brother.
would he- What weapon would he draw?
Understands what it says. Okay, so you understand it. It understands you.
Yeah.
Okay. He will
Hands up, defensive posture, not like just hands up, not threatening or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will say
Bruce and
that,
Will
like-
will follow his lead.
Hey,
When-
Aaron,
when
what's happening right now?
when he turned around, like after he put the jar, the shield would have come out of Jarvis's one arm and the sword would be in the other one at the ready. But you
I don't
say
have the
that.
sword. I
Oh, you don't have the
right
sword.
now. If he
Whatever
had to
weapon.
grab a weapon, he would either grab the Damascus dagger or grab my mag cannon and start using it as a spear.
Probably not the mag cannon. He'd grab the dagger. So when you say that to him, he goes, then recompense must be made.
That sounds fair. What kind of recompense?
Give me a second. I want to
I
check.
didn't
what
think.
it said.
I didn't think this far ahead.
No. I did.
Which, for what it's, everyone can understand my side of it,
Yeah.
but I'm not repeating this man's words back to him to tell everyone else what's going on, even though that would be helpful.
I will form a telepathic link with you just so you can inform me what's going on.
The first. Yeah. Do you let me know that you've done this so I can tell you?
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, Aaron, I'm talking in your head. Can you just tell me what he's saying?
All right, as long as you don't read my thoughts.
That's not how this works.
Wilfred.
to pay to pay for your friend's transgression. Sorry, I said companion. To pay for your companion's transgression, you must hunt the enemy of my people and bring a trophy here. An apology.
The brain squids?
He would kind of you'd be speaking in his language, so that would probably equate to whatever word that they use for them. So then I guess he would understand you.
Because this one doesn't say the literal meaning.
Right, yeah. So he would just nod.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
We're out here anyways.
Yeah, we're out here to take care of the brain squids anyway. So that works out. Did not know this place was sacred. My deepest apologies. Are you gonna keep him like until we do that, or is he gonna be able to help us do that? Like, how's this work?
Your companion will be released, but should you not fulfill this atonement, a curse will be placed upon you all.
Oh, that's a Native American curse. Those are big deals.
Yeah, and in my
I
head,
got enough
back,
of those going on, man.
Wilfred's just hearing, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck."
Wait, so why didn't they place the curse on the squid people then?
You think Native American hoodoo trumps brains? I mean, no. That's not what I meant to
Probably,
say.
maybe the
I
first thing
don't.
he
I
thought.
don't think the natural magics of the world can combat alien invaders from
Yeah,
space.
yeah. There you go. That's what I meant to say. I was gonna say brain people, but then I just said brain. That sounded bad. Apologies.
Native Americans became a lot more powerful after the reckoning because they've been practicing this shit for years, and now it not only actually works, but like is powerful. They're yeah. So if anything, they're probably like the best defenders Earth has.
Earth's mightiest heroes.
The Earth's mightiest heroes is the Aboriginal people of North America.
Yeah. But he would say, this place was created as an escape so that my people might leave should the squid people attack. However, when it was used, those of us that fell were entombed here so as to be guardians of it. Should any that survived the fight still wish to flee. If you take this, it will bring you to what remains of our city? Sure. Our old city.
All right. Is there anything you might be able to tell us about the brain people with that might help us in doing this?
If you are captured by them, they will insert, and he'd probably call it a worm behind your eye. Should this happen, you are doomed. Unless you possess the great magic of our shamans, there is no way for you to return to how you once were, to be whole again. You will become one of them. They also have power over the will of others and themselves. Guard your mind and your heart. I was going to do one of those ahos, but I felt like, nah.
Mm.
I was about to say the whole time
he
didn't do it.
That's a fucking colonizer origin thing. Like they don't actually do that. That's just fucking
B-Square Nicholas.
Yeah, B-Square, Nico says. But also, too, you're speaking to him in his native tongue, so it would just sound normal to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, technically, I think everyone is hearing me in whatever their native tongue is.
So
Kind of like
Damn,
Morgan's thing.
he's speaking giant.
is he gonna give Jarvis back, or is he dead?
Yeah, so I assume I'm relaying to Wilfred, and then Wilfred could actually be the translator to you guys.
Yeah, there's a little bit there where Wilfred was going like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Aaron, did you tell him we told him not to do it?
Yeah,
That
he
was-
knows
I
we
think
told him
that
not
was-
to do it.
Heard that
That was the
part.
first thing. That was the
No.
first thing. we
And you
said.
know, on top of us doing this, I will tell him to not come back inside the cave when we return with the news.
Okay. So he kind of just like seems to wait until like some sort of accord has been reached between the rest of your companions, and when he seems sure that like you're gonna follow through, you're gonna honor what you must do. he'll just sort of like look at you all again and just be like, I wish you luck in your battle. Return with one of their heads, and this place will be reconsecrated. Your debt will be paid, and you will be free from the burden of any curse that would be placed on you.
There like a timetable on that?
Now. And he just points to the circle.
Oh, we're cursed already. Okay.
We're
mean-
cursed right now.
Oh, shit.
No. Well, you were asking if there was a timetable for when you needed to complete this, right? That's what you meant?
Yeah.
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 He
How
means
long do we
now,
have until
yeah.
we're cursed?
Well, if you ask him that, he just goes,
Mhm.
the longer you delay, the more it will progress.
Oh.
Oh, so we
You-
are cursed.
Do I take it like when he points at the circle takes us where we're supposed to use the circle to leave here? Or what is
Yeah.
he? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he seems to imply.
All right. Everyone get in the circle. Well, wait till we get Jarvis back.
Wait, it's going to take us closer to the bad guys?
Seems like
Yeah, it's gonna take us to where their
city
village was.
Oh, there we go.
And then
City. Something.
Yeah, village would probably be more accurate, I guess. But yeah, and then Jarvis, I would say that during this whole process, you have
I'm brain dead kind of right now. If I'm correct.
well, technically,
you
I
can
think
see
that's how
everything
it
from the
works.
jar. If it is magic
No,
jar.
I'm not. No, I'm possessed. I'm not.
No,
body swapped.
it is the ghost possession.
Oh, go.
No, then you're a passenger. You can see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know everything that's going on.
Can I?
You're in the
You-
sun.
Yeah, ghost possession you can.
You're in the passenger seat right now.
The ghost
You're
right
like-
now controls the body but doesn't deprive the target of awareness. The ghost
Oh,
can't be targeted by an attack spell or other effect.
Yeah, it's like Get Out.
Undead. Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like Get Out. I will say though, for your part, while you're not deprived of any of the things that you're seeing from your body, it feels as though you're like watching it from a distance and as if you're underwater. Like everything you can hear it just clearly enough, but it's almost like that echo of hearing things underwater, and you have like this overwhelming sense of like you're being drowned. You're like constantly trying to like gasp for air, but there's none to be found, and then all of a sudden the feeling just leaves. You regain your faculties and you're just like pushed back to the forefront of yourself.
Yeah, fucking shit.
All right, circle now.
I told you not to touch that.
Now, do this later,
Okay,
Wilfred.
circle.
Get in circle.
Just get in the
I'm
circle,
saying that
come
as I'm
on.
getting in the circle.
Everybody in circle before the storm kills you.
Now everybody holds hands.
I apologize. I'll not touch things like that again.
Yeah, come on now. Wilfred had more respect than you, and he's an anthropologist in the 1800s.
Archaeologist. There's a difference.
I mean, for what it's worth, if Wilfred did define this room, there also want to be a curse on us.
Right.
You're like, how, like, it's not like they put a sign outside. It's like, leave alone or else be cursed.
Right,
Or maybe
that's
there was.
funny.
It was just in their language.
Yeah, maybe there was.
I mean, no voice in the sky told me about it.
Oh, yeah. That's
To
what
be
it
fair-
took.
To be fair, I gave a description of what the place could be, which you had intuited well enough not to touch things, minus Jarvis. And I
I
mean,
saw aberration. At most, I thought I was gonna get blasted back by physical magic, like a push. I wasn't expecting ghost possession.
To some, that would mean don't touch the thing.
So
Don't dead
normally,
open inside.
normally the teleportation circle you cast the spell after drawing your own circle to a place that you know of. However, when you step into this one, you begin to watch it glow, and you feel the weave being manipulated around you, especially those of you more arcanely inclined. And you don't end up using a spell slot for this, but you do feel as if you're being guided by some unseen force to sort of like attune yourself to it and begin to sort of like move along with it to the point where Aaron, since you and Bruce both possess a spell, but like you were the one that initially told everyone to get in and got in, you would almost see Aaron sort of like dancing, and then light would all fill your vision, and then you would feel as though you have been transported elsewhere, and you would find yourself within a a larger stone cave, and towards the further end, away from you, you would see light coming through what appears to be a window and a doorway. Though both of them are like shrouded with like cloth, but it's like very like worn and a little bit moth-eaten. So the light just kind of like barely leaks in. Oh, and yeah, let me move you because you would be over here.
Welcome to
Go
the
shortcut?
Pueblo.
Shortcut, and all it took us was 6 people being cursed. 7 people being cursed.
We're only like light cursed now.
I mean, couldn't we just use
Remove
remove
curse.
curse?
It might
Yes.
remove curse. Very powerful, but it doesn't work for every curse.
Yeah,
True.
it unfortunately does not work for every curse.
I imagine for Native American curses, you need to like do a ritual to.
We could just do the thing that they want
Yeah.
because we were doing it anyway.
I see. It's not powerful enough to affect aliens, but it's too powerful for us to do anything. Understood.
Because we're not Look, okay, so the far realm is beyond our comprehension. Native American magic is within our comprehension, just outside of our skill level.
Right. I understand.
I don't think you
I
do,
would like
but
to
oh well.
continue to say I am sorry for my belligerent disrespect of human mermaids.
Oh, let's
If my
just.
entire bloodline gets
Hurry
cursed
this
because
up.
of you, Jarvis, I'm not going to be happy.
I will do everything in my power to prevent that.
Next gives you such a death stare. And I spared him.
Um, my God, that's so brutal.
I mean, you know, if Marcus hadn't used his wish to free the master, he could probably get rid of this.
I was just thinking about that. It's too late.
Wish for all illithid and illithid-based things on Earth to be destroyed immediately.
To never
Oh no, I
come
meant getting
back.
rid of the curse.
I don't think Tiamat has that much power to
Yeah,
affect.
so, I mean, like, normally you'd have, like, some sort of initial save, but yeah, okay. So, as you all wind up in this room, let me tell you all a little something that you get. This is currently applying to all of you.
We're not moved yet. If you have already.
No, I don't have a map.
Yeah, he moved us.
Okay.
Still Theater
He
of the
moved,
Mind.
moved us
on
on
the
the
map. He hasn't moved us from the map.
Right.
Increasing its strength score by 2.
Does that include the 20 limit? Or does that
And-
raise the limit?
And granting a +2 bonus on saving 12 throws against effects that cause
Saving
exhaustion or
12 throws.
fatigue.
I don't know why it's a saving 12. I don't.
Is that
Saving 12 throws are my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Keep it 12 safe.
Oh, I think that might just be like the spacing and the lines. Yeah, pretend the 12 is not there. So just Plus 2
Okay,
bonus and saving throws against
so
effects.
I
that
have a
cause
14
exhaustion
in
or
strength
fatigue.
now, and I'm a fucking sorcerer.
I now have a
Wait,
positive
wait,
strength.
Is that the curse?
This is a portion of the curse.
It
Oh,
progresses
probably will,
as we go.
Where's the
It-
catch?
it will probably turn us into monsters, animals.
Guys,
It's probably like some
I
kind of
have
like
a
like
But
cantrip.
it says
I don't
nothing
know.
about not being able to exceed the 20 cap. So if you have a 20, it's a 22.
Sick as fuck. I don't know. Some curse. I feel great.
I'm no longer encumbered.
why do I feel
Bruce no
so
longer has a -2 for strength modifier. Let's
Nope.
go.
He's up to -1.
Yep.
He's on the come up.
I
That's my-
forgot Bruce was actually weaker than I was.
That's my king.
Seeing Bruce's stats for the first time made me.
His
proud.
stats are a bit rough, but you know he makes
I
it
am
work.
glad he has fun with Bruce, but
Yeah.
oh,
Yes, the hand you're dealt. Actually, I'm playing a wizard in another campaign, and his stats are fucking ass. It's fine. It's fine. It's a role playing game.
I would like to keep an eye out for traps while leaving this cave.
Okay.
Oh, we
I was
went
talking
from
this
so we
whole
went
time.
from one cave to another cave.
How
Effectively. Although I will
Okay.
say, now that you're like sort of seeing the inside of this place more, like adjusting to the lower light. I mean, I know some of you have dark vision, but you would see basically this looks like it was once someone's home. There
Wait.
are
Where's Kothar? Kothar! Oh fuck.
Kothar got left behind.
My dinosaur! Oh shit. Can you ask the ghost to take care of my boy?
you want me to send Pip after
You
him?
should please. Can you send Pip?
Yeah, we asked the ghost that cast a curse on us to take care of our dinosaur. Yes.
I would. We'll get your shit done extra quick.
This
Just take care of
portal,
it.
is it a constant gate, or do you have to infuse magic into it?
You could try.
I send Pip to the center of the portal. The teleportation circle.
Okay. It begins to glow, but after a little bit, nothing happens.
well,
Okay,
Are there-
that's good to know.
Are the runes the same on this side? Or not runes, but like the pictographs the same on this side? As the ones on the other side?
Similar, but there are slight differences.
Okay.
Enough to where like it would be its own unique sequence.
Okay.
But technically, if you spent a minute, you could learn this one as well.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
yeah, Bruce probably would have learned the two sequences too.
Yeah, that's
We can
Share them.
if he didn't, I can tell him. I can teach him later, or write it down for him to learn it, or however it works.
That is a very overlooked feat you have.
No, I mean anyone. You can share them.
No,
That's
I'm talking
that's
about the
not
feat that
because
you
of the feet.
have.
Keen mind.
Yeah, I mean,
Just look
yeah,
at
it doesn't. Yeah, I could look at it. I still have to spend the minute though.
Yeah, you spend the minute in your head looking at it.
This is true.
But you would see within this place like several bedrolls. There's more clay pots, but like they're not of the burial variety. They very much seem as though they're like meant to store food, but a lot of them have been like turned over and their contents long since rotted away. Even the bedrolls are like a little bit moth-eaten and decayed with time.
Been abandoned for about 20 years.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like any survivors likely took this to that archway and then found somewhere else to settle. And now that you're thinking back on it, the archway might have been more a warning. At first, like a depiction of their history leading up to a sort of like perceived downfall and to not venture in that direction.
Hmm.
So how do we? My dinosaur, y'all.
But yeah, so Pip doesn't go anywhere.
You got to treat this situation with more urgency.
I could send Kothar. As they just need an intelligence score of 1 to understand.
You still have tongues going?
No, you don't even need to share a language. You just send, and they understand.
Oh,
I didn't know
that
that.
is a lot more useful than I thought.
That's neat.
Spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Yeah, well, his intelligence is twice as much as 1.
It's a whole 2.
Okay,
Is
well,
there
can
something
you
want me
tell
to
him
Tell him?
that everything's going to be okay and just find somewhere that he can graze and just chill?
The cart's still hooked up to him too, though.
He don't mind that. He's got Air Force Ones on.
All right, I'll use
Yeah.
Oh, do I use 3 sorcery points or do I use a 3rd level spell?
He's my dinosaur.
Yeah, Kothar's worth it.
Use whatever the fuck you got.
I'll use 3 sorcery points.
Use everything.
Yeah, Wilfred doesn't even doesn't appear to cast anything. Just like puts his finger to his temple and like tells Kothar, we got transported somewhere else. We'll hopefully be back. Ed says go find some food, some grass to graze on, and we'll be back shortly.
Okay.
And then Kothar can respond.
Yeah, you would basically get like a series of like ankylosaurus noises that seem to maybe be acknowledgement.
I mean, I'd understand the meaning of the message.
The meaning is okay. Come soon. I find food.
He's gonna go find
Oh.
go grazing now. Ed.
Okay. Hope doesn't get fucking wormed.
I think with the proximity to the mind flayers, you might be a bit safer.
Okay. I won't worry about
it. But yeah, so Wilfred having sent Kothar and the circle not working for Pip and Wilfred casting mage armor on himself. What all are you doing?
I'll look outside and see if I can pinpoint the direction we're supposed to go from where we are.
Okay. So you step beyond the sort of like woven door, and you would find yourself about 50 feet up on like a cliffside path where you would see several more of these like dwellings carved into the walls to your left and to your right, and then like an adjacent rock wall about call it like 100 feet over across from you with similar things, and they seem to like go up a little ways, go down a little ways, and the bottom of this sort of like ravined area, you would see like the remnants of like a camp. Like you would see spots where you think at some point or another there was sort of like more temporary housing than these ones that are carved into the walls, and you think perhaps like a central gathering place, but much of it has been burned. And towards like the tail ends of the ravine, there were like on one side like a lot of just natural rocks that were someone to try and like come through, almost like a what's the term for it, like a slot canyon. and like it would have been really hard for anyone to just kind of like make a direct charge into the area. And then towards the other side, not as much, and it's more open, leading outward to the west, and well, sort of northwest, and there would be like some wood, which there's like not a lot of trees in this area, but they must have brought it from somewhere to sort of like make like a bit of a wooden wall with like a doorway of sorts, or like an opening minus like a gate. And you would also see though these long since, but like seemingly untouched, since this place is kind of like out of the way of most weather save for like winds, remnants of like large pyres down in that centralized area.
Okay. Let's go there.
All right.
See if there's anything.
More ghosts?
Not necessarily, just any indication of exactly where from here we need to go.
No one pull anything out of those.
Oh, those aren't
Okay,
burial
let's see.
jars. Those are what would have been used for, say, storing food.
No, I'm talking about the pyres.
Oh, the pyres. Yeah, don't. Yeah, those are.
You want me to put a little bit of scouting ahead?
I don't think that'll be necessary. This place is
Okay.
pretty dead.
All right.
So you slowly make your way down on a sort of like, not necessarily carved, partially carved, partially natural, like sort of like switchback that goes down towards the bottom of this canyon slash ravine, what have you. And you reach the bottom, and you can now kind of more clearly see almost like, but not quite, because it's not the same group of people, which is strange, right? Because like you know how like because like wigwams and like longhouses were like Iroquois, and then like teepee was like plains, so almost like as if there was like a right, well, not teepees in this case, but it's almost as if down in this central area there used to be almost like a big what the fuck is the Mongolian thing,
Yurt.
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 Yeah, almost like there was once a large yurt there, but it has since been burned down, with like sort of like a ring of, there's like little to no ash left, but there's still some like burned wood, long since, you know, like additionally decayed, and off to like the sides of that there's a series of like these different areas that seem to have been like large pyres, and when you look at them there does seem to be, at least in one of them, some bones that didn't get burned all the way through.
Human bones?
Well, y'all were taking an approach of not touching things, so you're not quite sure from here.
Oh yeah, not touching it. Just like can't go up to it and like bend over to look at it.
Yeah, sure.
Is it
So
the right size for human?
you do that, and you just kind of like, you're looking around, and most of it seems the right size for human. And then you move over to like another one and you see a very charred and cracked, elongated skull.
Ooh,
Elongated like
mind flare.
Yeah, like Mind Flayer.
Gith.
No,
Not
because
Gith,
Mind
no.
Flayer's got
No,
they got bigger dome than the Gith.
Gith is even closer to not.
At least elongated. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, Gith isn't really elongated. It's more like a normal skull.
It's just more pointed at. Not. It's not pointed, but it's more pointed at the top.
Yeah.
But
This.
how would you compare it to, like, say, my head?
A
Like
Gith
Kingdom of the
or
Crystal
a-
Skull elongated.
Yeah, it's like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull elongated. Yeah. Although, if
we're
anything, I would
not
say that
gonna-
like the angle on it's a little bit more upward than just straight sort of back.
This is not human. This
Oh,
might have
shit.
been one of their people that was transformed, and after they managed to bring them down, they gave them a burial of some kind.
Oh shit!
Can I rack my head about if this head resembles anything based on the shape of the skull, its teeth, its nose, hole, its eyes?
I don't think we should.
believe they have teeth.
They do have teeth. It's just
What?
it's not normal. It's like a vertical
If it's
slit.
I thought it was
They
like
got-
a beak.
They got squid beak.
Let's say if it's an elephant head, then it would be a beak.
Yeah, but the thing is that like the beaks, aren't beaks not made of the same material as bone, or it is, but it's not as hard. Or am I bugging out?
It's chitinous.
It was like keratin, right?
Something
Oh,
like that.
keratin, my bad.
That seems like a keratin, or maybe
So then
it's
maybe it would still be there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Looking at it, there's very much a beak and an elongated skull. Yeah.
Circular jawless orifice ringed with several rows of small rasping teeth.
incredible.
Oh, do you fucking look?
They're lampreys.
There we go. They got fucking lamprey mouths. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have
So-
lamprey
horrible.
mouths.
Yeah, it
That's
looks like how it does
horrible.
in Baldur's Gate.
So
I
yeah,
hate
so it would be like that, but minus any tentacles, since they would have been burned away.
Fuck.
Horrible.
The ghost did say that when you're infected, you can be reversed, but this would indicate that after a certain point, it can't. Because otherwise, they would have reversed it for this individual.
All right, but that ain't gonna happen to
Yeah,
none of
or
us.
like it just don't always work. Maybe it only sometimes works.
Maybe that's also a possibility.
And I'm not skilled enough in what I actually know about illithids that Jarvis would know.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
a lot
that
of
is the
the
thing.
illithid knowledge I had was not
Is
me.
now.
So, I'm not much help.
I know, it sucks. I'm curious. In my studies in a bit more eldritchness, did I ever come across anything like illithids? Or was mine more Lovecraftian rather than that?
Well, you didn't really study anything eldritch. The
Right.
book you had was Celestial Law, and you were looking for
Right.
gravitational
I'm
magic.
thinking of
You
my bad.
you had an encounter with an eldritch creature, but yeah, that thing was beyond your comprehension.
Yeah, sorry. Brains, memory, wires crossed.
But yeah, no, you wouldn't know too much about these things. To be fair, any of you that are not from Faerun would only know what people from Faerun would have told you, and they didn't know a lot to begin with. The one that did do research on them, though, was Aaron, so he would know more.
Yeah,
Alright,
I can flip through the mind book.
Yeah, you can read your mind book.
That was the mind book. Yeah, do it. What do you want to know about him? What's going on?
nothing. I was I was trying to see if I could recall anything about their abilities, because I've never.
Psychic.
I know they're psychic, and the only encounters we had with it were moot.
Did I learn anything in that book from about the transformation and the worm and stuff that
Ceramorphosis.
the man? Yes, but I don't know that.
Fake
Yeah,
Wilfred definitely called it by name though. Ceramorphosis.
you
Oh yeah, I
focus
did.
more on, if I'm remembering correctly, the brain puppies. But yeah, you would have read up about Ceramorphosis.
Yeah, because I was looking at I remember I was looking at ways they control people in case it wasn't Brain Puppy. Would there have been anything in there about magics that reverse it, like the ghost said?
Yeah, right. Because I don't know so much if it's just general knowledge, but I mean, you can reverse it before stage 3, right? And then
I think it's
after 4,
stage
you're fucked.
2. After that,
Oh,
it's not
2.
possible. I'll double check though.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got a book specifically on them, so I mean, yeah, you would know.
Okay.
Oh no, stage 1 can't be completed. After that, the after that the host is lost.
Damn, not very forgiving.
No.
And I
Well, of
think
course
it
not.
takes 24 hours for the first stage.
Um, excuse me. But beyond seeing the skull within one of the pyres, yeah, no, there wouldn't be anything else noticeable down there. Just the remnants of civilization.
All right. You're the expert at maps and stuff, Wilfred. You know where we are relative to your crash site?
I'll get my bearings.
Did I make you a sextant or something?
I mean, that
Oh,
only
what?
works if there's stars. And it is midday.
Yeah, it is midday.
No, if it's exactly midday, you can figure out how far north you are.
That's true, yeah.
At the declination of the sun.
It might not be exactly midday, though we don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because we just got transported an unknown distance.
Wait.
Well, if it's anywhere close to
I know how long it is till sunset, I think.
Well, sunset where we were. We don't quite know where we are relative
No,
to
but
where
I know how long it is till that's not what it says.
Yeah, say you've got about.
Oh, that's the
What did
wrong
I
piece.
say?
No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be keen mind. You guys have traveled for a little bit, didn't find that camp from the night before, and then you travel a little bit further. So I would say it was almost noon, and then, man, did you technically go over a time zone?
I mean, time zones
Just about.
aren't like hard lines where the time shifts. It's constantly backwards going west. So like you can
we
technically
probably-
outrun noon if you go fast enough without crossing
Yeah.
time zones.
So you're you were closer to noon. You felt like noon was like a half hour away before this, and then now it feels like it's closer to like an hour away.
Okay. Yeah, we'd have to wait an hour or so before you can figure that out, I guess.
But you could also climb if you wanted to the top of one of the walls and try to look for landmarks from there.
I don't climb. I mean, looking at the traffic within the valley, which way was most of the traffic coming from? Northwest or southeast?
It's a fair. And it's been like 20 years, but I mean, some things last.
I mean, there's still ash from these pyres. I imagine a lot of that shit's well preserved.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because like you're in an area where like the wind can get in there, but like not really much else, and you're not in an area that rains super frequently. Uh, yeah, we'll say that there seems to have been a lot of traffic going out to the southeast. Both human and horse.
So fleeing.
That's a safe assumption.
Well, not that way. Because that's the direction everyone ran. So, looking northwest, probably this way.
Yeah, and you would also see like those like wooden walls.
Oh, barricades and shit like that.
Yeah, and actually from up above it seemed just like regular wooden walls. Almost kind of like for an encampment where like they would like saw the logs and then like like sort of like hammer them down into the wall and then like make a wall like hammer them into the ground and make a wall like that. This is not that. This is more like
Defenses.
something grew it up out of the ground.
Oh. Oh. Druids. To defend it. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the way. Northwest.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's go. I don't want to get more cursed. Or maybe I do.
Ed, you're looking really strong today.
I know. Wait, what?
You look stronger than
Like
possible.
more, like more than
Is it stronger
way
than
more
possible?
normal.
Hey, my weapon feels lighter.
Yeah, that's what I feel great.
First it's
Nah,
like, I'm not out of breath after going down those stairs.
To be honest, maybe you'll be turned into some horrifying monster that is just dumb. Oh god, dumb. We need to get this done.
But so you guys start heading northwest?
Yep.
Okay. So you head past the what now sort of seems like long since petrified like wooden wall that was grown as sort of like a protective barrier past some like rocks and through the canyon, and it sort of like curves up towards more like a steady north by northwest um, until after About, yeah, we'll call it just about the time that it's reaching noon. You had reached the end of it, come out into a more, it would sort of like slowly elevate a little bit, um, but not by much. And you'd come out into more of just like a flat sort of deserty badlands sort of badlands area. Um, but yeah, and with the sun high in the sky, you can more accurately posit where you are.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I confirm the heading that we're going to make sure we're going the right way?
Yeah, it's easy enough.
I do that, and we go the right way.
Yeah, so you start
So
heading.
how much time did that cut off?
Oh, a couple days at least.
So
Oh,
are we
shit.
here?
I thought we were a couple days away.
Do we? So we're out of the cave now, right?
You're at the canyon. Yeah, you're out of the canyon.
Okay. Do we see? Yeah, this is just a shot in the dark. Do we see essentially a craft site or a crater off in the distance at all?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna put a guidance on this because I am curious. 13.
You would see further to the northwest. You think you see mountains?
Okay. Are they like mountains or are they something a bit different? Because mountain.
Probably hard to tell with a 13.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with the
Yeah.
distance on a 13. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, I think that's the direction we have to go.
Are the mountains in the directions of where we have to go?
Seems like it. The general area, I will say, Wilfred, like beyond that canyon that you came from, does look familiar.
Yeah. This is starting to look familiar, so that's a good sign.
Alright. Lead the way.
We probably will also want to be on our guard, as I got the feeling that they might know that we're on our way.
Alright, well, get out my gun.
So you start heading in the direction of those maybe mountains, until eventually it gets dark and you make camp.
Okay.
We might want to have
We-
2 people on watch at a time this night.
I agree.
Ian, probably no fire, which means it's disadvantage.
Not for me.
But with
That
two
can-
Still
people,
disadvantage,
with two
'cause it's
people,
dim
make it
light.
a straight roll.
Yep,
Even with the goggles of night.
Yeah, because it's dim light.
that just
Yeah.
turns dark light into dim
Yeah,
light.
I was gonna do one with Marcus and Nex.
Cute. They love each other.
Suffer.
I'll go with Jarbo.
You go, Jarva? Okay.
He's got some words for him. Cursing me and getting me away from my dinosaur.
There is like dim light. I think the dome can give off dim light inside.
It's okay. I can tell he feels really, really bad about it.
Yeah,
I don't need to say shit. I make awkward eye contact with him, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, you just sit there making awkward eye
Silently
contact with
judge
him.
him.
He just kind of
He
like
looks-
looks down towards the ground.
Mhm.
But during your watch, uh, you don't see anything. You don't notice anything out of sorts. And from previous nights and when you were further away, even looking back towards where you came from, you don't see any dust clouds on the horizon, nothing like that, or even lights, from like maybe a camp or like roaming anything in this area. And it is quiet, eerily so. The only noise is the occasional whistling of the wind across this barren wasteland. Um,
So it's not even animal sounds.
no, nothing. Not even like one of those little cactus birds or, like a little prairie dog popping its head out or any shit like that. Nothing. It is just dead quiet.
So, how you doing, Ed?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Well-
what are you doing?
I feel all right. I started drawing again. I drew pictures.
What you got?
I drew a picture of me going through a portal. Because when Aaron did the thing with the stone giants, it reminded me of way back when a real stone giant did that. And I was like, holy shit. I did that. And I don't even remember when I did that. Well, I guess I do.
Oh, you can also say I sent you through a couple portals.
Well, yeah, but like Reckoning.
Yeah. I never asked, how was that experience? The actual traversing over.
I hardly even noticed it happen.
Really?
I
So
was
it's like,
outside, and then I went outside somewhere else, and I was like, oh shit, I don't remember being here.
so it's seamless as if like walking through a door.
Yeah. I didn't see something open up. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna walk through that, because then why the fuck would I do that? I'd be like, no, fuck out of here. But I just went.
That is frightening.
You just blink, and then you're in a field in the middle of fucking Tennessee.
Yeah. Ever been to New York?
No, and I think I just stayed in Tennessee. Or maybe I had moved. I don't know states, but I found really I mean, there were some. I was just talking to the nearest people. Someone actually tried to sell me into slavery.
Oh. Please tell me you knocked them good.
I did, because I was like, what? They do that here? And then I said, hell no. And then I found some farmer family that was like, oh, okay. They weren't scared of me. So they're like, all right, I guess you can live here. But yeah, that was that. That's why my last name is Brown, because they're just. I was with the Brown family for a bit.
Well, it's almost comical if I think about it.
It
Because,
is a little silly.
well, silly in the sense of last names and how they come to be.
Oh yeah, I ain't had one of those before.
What was it?
I didn't have one.
Well,
We just didn't do that. No, we didn't do that. We're small enough group. They were just. I was the only Elthar. Here they got like you meet so many Johns. You got to figure out which John is the right John.
Yeah. Years ago, when my folks immigrated over, they were given the name Limsmith. because they were adept in making prosthetics. And we just kind of kept to it.
Yeah, apparently that's where names come from. It's just a thing you
Yeah.
do, like Walter's last name. I don't think that's every last name though, because I don't know what a he mayor is.
Well, it honestly depends on where they come from, because, like, before, to my knowledge, before the Reckoning, last names were derived from occupations or titles, or literally cities, countries, or places of origins, and have just evolved over time.
That makes sense.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we were just normal people, maybe we'd be called the Smiths, because we liked working with metal or something. But,
Oh yeah,
yeah, Limb Smith.
Lim Smith.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of a Smith.
Yeah. But unique in its nature, at least.
Yeah, that helps. Because then you'd be like the same family as Walter. Is that how that works?
No, not exactly. Typically, family is only connected in that way, either through blood or through marriage.
Oh, yeah. Marriage took a lot of getting used to too. We didn't do that either.
You just took a mate and had a kid.
Yeah, it wasn't even that official though. It was kind of like, oh well, I'm pregnant now.
Ah, a lot of polyamory.
I'm
amongst you
pregnant
guys.
now.
Yeah, because I figured we didn't need to keep track.
Oh,
I don't know. People here think a lot about keeping track of that kind of thing. Wasn't a problem for us.
It's mainly for paperwork purposes.
Oh yeah, paperwork. Y'all gotta
Paperwork,
sign
taxes,
gotta sign
finances,
contracts and shit. Crazy.
and don't forget about taxes.
I'll
Do you think
say,
I'm gonna have to do that if I stay with
Actually,
Violetta?
no, mainly because we now own a land.
We now own
and,
land.
and are having a building set up there. You'll have to pay taxes on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, but what does that have to do with getting married?
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh,
I'll say, I'll say at this point, the next group for the watch would be like coming over as you guys are talking about last names and taxes and marriage.
oh shit! It's time to go to sleep. I'm learning so much over here, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, great! It's Marcus and Nux.
Oh well, all right,
It's
y'all,
edgelord
y'all,
and edgier lord.
yeah, y'all need your alone time. I'll leave you to it.
Quality time.
Ed, what do you mean by that?
I don't quite know.
Nexus staring at you, Jarvis.
I think something special. There's something special though. I can tell these things. I'm ordained.
Just hear Bruce from the shadows. They have
Yes,
business.
Bruce is fucking Bruce is fucking fujoing out.
He has two voodoo dolls of Nixon and Marcus, and he's making them kiss.
Bruce is a fucking fujoshi for
You do them in the corner there.
for our boys.
I can't believe that. Oh man.
I'm going to bed.
But yeah, as
All
soon as
right.
you go to bed and Nixon
Oh
and
yeah,
Marcus come out.
yeah. It's about time. I'm just gonna.
Oh, that's right. They do sleep in piles. That's cool.
They're sleeping piles. They move.
They
in
sleep
No,
here.
I'm
in
just bringing it back to what
piles.
Ed was telling me. Then I remember that's right.
It's true.
They slept in piles
They
with
slept
each
in
other.
piles.
So
This is why
Marcus,
Edna has no sense of privacy.
Yeah.
Nix, you guys sit down. You start keeping an eye out. Well, I guess Nex's presence maybe still has Marcus on edge. So he gets distracted from keeping an eye out for everybody else and is more keeping an eye out for himself, wondering why this former apprentice of his has been acting so strange and
Yes,
decided to
business.
tag along with them. Really curious
yeah.
about what that business is.
Didn't we go over this last session?
Did we?
No, you just said he has
Yes.
business.
Yeah,
You
you just
didn't
said he has
specify
business.
what said business is.
Yeah,
Fucking fiend.
you told me what his business is, but that was not in character.
All right. Also, just to put that out here, Nex has blind fighting.
Okay.
Just in case, something invisible decides to come up to him.
Or anything underground.
It would have to get through the barrier.
Yeah. But okay, good to know though, just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, if it can tunnel, it can definitely get through the barrier.
Yeah.
The dome is just a dome.
Yeah, it's a dome. It's
Yeah.
not a sphere.
It's also not a. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't have a floor.
I can see through the dome, right?
Yes.
All
From
right,
the inside, you can see through it. From the outside, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the outside, it camouflages into the environment to a degree.
I mean, it's a solid color, but it's.
Aaron picked
Well,
the
yeah.
correct color.
Yeah. If you
I picked the
correct
color closest to the rock.
Yeah. That's what I meant by it's to a degree. It's not like fucking Predator invisibility that's adaptable. It's just close
Yeah.
enough.
New spell idea. New spell
Like
idea.
he did last time. Yeah. Like last time, he's just gonna throw up an echo.
Oh, what, like outside of the dome?
No. I was thinking about that. That's probably not a great idea. So he's just gonna be like in the dome with us in case something decides to like huzzah.
Okay. All right.
All
You
right.
throw up the echo.
Yeah. So next. How'd you get those scars?
Oh
my
God.
I want to know how I got these scars. One night,
Black candy.
Daddy was drunker than usual, and he came at Mom with a knife. And you see, he said to her, "Why so serious?"
Licks his lips.
Yeah, no, but
All right. So next, what is this business that you have to take care of? um we have a memory we share together. Do you remember a certain somebody that rose from Avernus?
if you're talking about Kota, I do.
I think he's talking about Zariel.
Well,
No, I'm fucking around.
you remember that I'm from El Terrell. And the last thing I want to see before I die It's my hands wrapped around Zariel's throat and her realize the pain that she put everyone through. Ah, vengeance. You know, maybe that isn't the greatest idea. I mean, she's an angel, and maybe she felt bad, and she wouldn't have became an angel again if I don't know how to put this, but she's obviously not in Avernus anymore, and maybe we should just leave it at that. Now, she must die. Kind of crosses his arms and just fucking turns his back to him. I'm looking over here now.
I hate that.
So, let me get this straight. You want to kill Zariel, and how are you going to accomplish that? He does not respond. And I just look out into the dark.
Okay. And I'll say that your guys' watch goes by uneventfully, and then the last group.
Perfect.
Wilfred will take a watch.
He's gonna just leave the fucking echo there.
Okay.
Anyone else taking it with Wilfred, or should I wake up Bruce?
I can go with Wilfred.
Okay. I'll make a straight roll.
Okay. All right. Two of you would also notice that eerie quiet beyond the whistling of the wind. But you wouldn't see anything. There's still those sort of think that they're mountains. Maybe they're more like large hills. Maybe it would be more accurate because you're closer to them than you were when you first set out. But beyond that,
Do you remember there being mountains like real close to that when you were there?
I don't know. Sky Voice, was there?
they were not mountains, and they were sort of hills isn't even really the right word either. They look like hills to people
Crater
approaching
edge,
them.
basically.
Yeah, it's like the edge of like a very large furrow dug into the ground from the protracted crash of the ship.
What's the exact word for the?
I think it's furrow.
Basically, like from the displaced dirt
Yeah.
or displaced earth. I mean,
Oh, it's the rim.
Yeah.
The crater rim.
Yeah, furrow. Long, narrow trench made in the ground by a plow, but I mean, in this case, yeah, rut, groove, what have you. But yeah, the rim of said furrow that effectively just looks like hills now.
sure.
Yeah, those were there.
All right. So yeah, that's another sign that it's the right place. I mean, of course, I guess for you, it's only been like, a week or two. So it's probably pretty fresh memory for what it looked like.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels fresh, but also doesn't. It's strange.
how you feeling about going back in there after knowing what happened before?
I'm terrified, honestly, Aaron. But well, I couldn't find anything that that thing, any notes that thing left uh, in my house. I have no idea what its plans were or anything, but in my gut, I just feel like it had something planned for my family, and I want to make sure that that will never happen to my family or anyone else's ever.
Well, I mean, ever's a long time. I don't. From what I'm understanding, this isn't like all the
No,
all the
but
mind flayers.
it's the ones that are here right now.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't find any notes he had left in your house either.
Do what?
If it's helpful to ease your concern, please
You
just
are
tell me not
asleep.
going. Oh, I thought this was the morning.
No.
That's what I was. Sorry.
Angry back noises.
Yeah, so like, I'm gonna level with you, Wilfred. We were a little suspicious when you were not you,
Yeah, that's
but we
fair.
thought you were you. So, we tried to look. You seemed like a good guy, and we tried to get evidence before we went up to you and accused you of being a thing that you were helping hunt.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess we ended up being right.
Yeah,
But
thank you for fixing me. Yeah, just I don't know how to explain how I feel about it. Like that like my wife didn't really notice changes, but like also it was almost like a perfect duplicate of me, so like I can't blame her for that. I don't know. I think it's just something I'll have to live with.
yeah, you might want to find like a therapist to talk to when we're done with all this.
Is that one of those future things?
Don't think so.
Are there therapists in the 1800s?
Fuck if I know.
I'm pretty sure in the 1800s they also, when people had headaches, drilled holes into their head to relieve that. So I mean, that kind of answers itself, I think.
Yeah, they had therapists starting in the 1700s.
How would they work though?
Oh, it's more like going to an insane asylum.
The rubber room. you have.
Oh, you
have
you basically
depression?
suggested that I go to an insane asylum. That no, no, that
Well, I mean, it's good to talk to people.
I think your idea of a therapist is very different from what it is now.
All right. Well, let me put it a different way. You should go find someone that would you can talk to about what had happened, and they sit there and they listen.
Okay, so a friend, I guess. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow we should be there, and we can make sure that this thing stops hurting people, and we also managed to stop it from doing whatever it wanted to do with that egg that fake me gave it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to fight one of those things again. The sky voices are speaking in tongues.
Yeah. It's just for a minute, but I'll psionically cast Detect Thoughts. Just not to spook Aaron, but I'll just see if there's anything within 30 feet of the dome that has intelligence of 3 or higher. Oh, intelligence of 4 or higher.
Okay. No, you don't detect anything.
Okay.
Still, you can cast you can cast spells regularly without it messing up a long rest, right? As long as it's not an hour of doing it or something like that.
As you can
Yeah.
do shit as long as it's not more than an hour.
Okay. So like as we're talking, I would like to burn a performance of creation and then cast 2 spells.
Oh,
And yes, this is my last 2 ear-sized pebbles.
You can always
I'm.
find
I
more.
was gonna make a gummy room.
What'd you say?
I said in here I thought he was gonna make a gummy room.
A gummy. Yeah. I'm just making a
Dog.
straight jacket so Wilfred can get used to it.
There you go,
Um.
Wolf. Here's your psychology. Here's your therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wilfred, what's your feelings on a lobotomy?
That's not a thing yet, so I wouldn't know what that is.
No, I'm gonna do magic mouth
What's a
on 2 of the
lobotomy?
rocks. I will give one to Wilfred. Wilfred's one will start saying alert in his ear if there's any brain puppies within the 30 feet.
Okay.
And mine will be a Squidman alarm. So the same thing but for Illithid.
All right. So you do that. Nothing would be detected psionically. Neither of your stones would go off. And the sun would rise. The dawn is rising. Greet the new day. And
Long rest.
get your long rest.
and we're surrounded.
And you're surrounded now.
There's actually 5 Tarasques around us, and no one rolled high enough to notice.
No, it's no problem.
No, it's purple worms.
Oh, that's fine then.
Terras that have been taken over by the purple worms.
Yo, Mind Flayer Tarasques?
Mind Flare.
Mind Flare Tarrasque.
Mind Flare,
Yeah, they-
Purple Worm Tarasques.
Lich.
Liches.
The purple worm is is wrapped around the Tarrasque and embedded into the purple worm's head is the elder brain.
I mean, as long as it's not an Alaskan bullworm, we're fine.
Alaskan bullworm. That
Now-
is for save our skins.
Now that it's day, can we tell that what I saw were mountains or hills are actually more of a crash site zone?
No, Wilfred would explain, like, those aren't mountains, those are the edges of the trench it dug as
Ledging?
it crashed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Cast in mage armor again.
Okay.
How long do you think it'll take us to get there?
You feel like you would reach the location early afternoon.
Yeah, before 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's all late before casting down.
But so you set out on foot, but it's not rough terrain. So you do eventually get close enough to see that they are furrows, and that like it goes Well, it is a long furrow, and that it's like quite lengthy. You start. Do you walk along like the upper rim, or do you walk like in the furrow itself?
Probably along the rim, because that way
Okay.
it's not as easy to get ambushed from above.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't want to be in the kill box.
All right, so you follow the rim, and you eventually would come upon
Oh my goodness.
crashed Nautaloid.
It's a little HR Geiger.
Not quite to the scale of what it is in Baldur's Gate. Could have been a smaller model.
Yeah, the squares are definitely bigger than 5 feet.
What out of curiosity, based on we are, what's the state of decay on those tentacles?
They're not actual tentacles.
I thought they were like slightly organic tentacles.
Yeah, the ship's kind of alive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I'm
they're-
thinking of the squid ship, not
yeah,
the
squid
Nautaloid.
ship. No,
You're correct.
Yeah. I
They
don't know.
are
I don't know shit
long
about it.
since desiccated.
I don't even have metagame
Would
knowledge.
they even be? Would they even theoretically be there? Is a better question.
They're effectively mummified.
Will it take
So,
off
like,
again?
Right.
No.
No.
It probably, if it hasn't taken off already, it's definitely not taken off now.
Yeah, and to be fair, you know little to nothing about these things. You don't even know what it would take to pilot it if you wanted to try and get it to take off. Yeah, I changed the grid to like 10 feet. That should probably be more accurate.
400 feet.
I'm gonna get some more Mervagus going. If the spell will click. Is anything rolling? Popping up?
Oh, are you trying to put it in chat?
You know, it's not
I'm trying
popping
to.
up in
I'm
chat.
clicking on the spell. That's why I'm wondering.
Let me reload my page.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
now it
there
is.
we go.
Now it is. Yeah.
No, I gotta remember that you can't just click in it, cast it. You gotta do the bubble. And I'm using the. I'm effectively doing the charge of the rune rather than spending a spell slot.
Okay.
I got 5 temp.
Wilfred's nervous.
It's okay, Wolf. We're with you.
Yeah.
And we're-
Yeah.
Strong as shit.
And at least this time you are alone.
You ain't surrounded by a bunch of fucking eggheads.
Well, I kind of split off on my own to do this.
Oh, even worse. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Now you do.
Yeah, now you do,
not gonna
and you
alone.
got friends,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I'll say,
Is this the side that I found the entrance in, or was that a different side? Or is that the other side?
You, yes, I'll say you went in here like this way, and then you went in, and you explored a lot of like the upper portion, and then like nothing happened, but then you found a way that went deeper, like underneath the wreck itself, and then that's when you remember blacking out.
Okay. The ship itself didn't seem to have anything in it. But there was a passage below it, like an ant colony.
Oh, lovely.
And that's where I was attacked. I think I remember the way.
Anyone? Do I have any means? I would have prepped new spells to deal with mind flares today.
Even though mind flares can levitate, I still have grease prepared. Let's go. Can't unprepare that for Brutus Sheet.
you cannot. You physically are incapable of doing so.
I mean, look, if you earthbind them, then the grease works.
Yeah.
Anyone got earthbind? Does anything other than druids get earthbind?
I got
I don't
old
know.
fashioned
I think
arms bind.
Warlocks can get it.
Oh, and wizards
Wizard-
and sorcerers. Half the classes.
What just happened?
Welcome back.
Um,
All right, do we just get in there?
Yeah, just keep your guard up.
I'm going to have a spell prep today that typically wouldn't have prepped, which would
Okay.
be like Fortress.
Is it Mind Fortress?
Intellect.
Oh, Intellect Fortress. Okay. Intellect Devour, got it.
Intellect Fortress, good spell.
It's a good spell. Many are saying this.
I will still take the lead because I do have resistance to psychic damage. And I know the way, too.
I'll be right there
that
with you.
being said, I'm gonna have to have one spell. Now I'm gonna take off Absorb Elements.
Maybe cast Intellect Fortress on Ed.
Ed, do you want to be have? Do you want your mind to be kept intact?
Make it easier for... And make it harder for them to turn him against us.
I understand it, but I'm asking his consent first before I start doing stuff.
How long's that good for, Jarvo?
I have to focus on it, but it lasts an hour.
I have something to help one person as well, but I have to wait until closer to time because it'll only last 10.
So, Ed, would you like me to protect your brain?
Ilthor!
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
His wife was up. I mean, Ed is the brains of the operation, so I think his brain is the most valuable. Yeah, his brain is the most valuable to protect.
So that is a on.
No offense, Wilford.
Oh, yeah. I already have psychic resistance, so...
So not only will this give him resistance to psychic damage, but it will also give him advantage on all mental saving throws.
Who would like to be protected from good and evil if we have to fight things?
He consents.
You good?
Hello. Are we so back?
Yeah.
You are. Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
we're
so
back.
back.
We're back.
We're so back.
You have advantage on
You're also
intelligence, wisdom, charisma,
I
saving throws.
haven't left for it. All right. What the fuck does that do? Holy shit. All right. Stupendous.
but if that's the case, I'm gonna be in the back line.
Maybe
Make sure
Wilfred? My intelligence not... I might be a professor, but my intelligence isn't amazing.
You learn through doing, don't you?
Yep. I'm the well-liked professor that isn't very good at their job. Not the hated professor.
Oh,
that's
you're
very
the
good.
substitute.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: if we come across their native language, I can read it if need be.
Same.
Can you speak
How's
it?
you? Oh, no, I don't mean deep speech. I'm talking about their other language.
Other language?
Yeah, listen.
Illithids have their own language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Illithid. You know Illithid?
like-
I
It's like
can from time.
qual. It's like weird.
Wait,
I
wait.
have comprehend language on a as a freebie.
Ah. That's technically not really knowing it. That's you're just getting the literal
As long as I
translation.
touch it out, I can read it.
Yeah. I guess I'll lead
Olive.
us. I'll lead us
So-
forward.
Olive.
Keeping a presence out for any shenanigans.
Oh, we're missing our edge lords.
Though I don't think Qualith actually works with comprehend language because the words are it's just braille, but then there's psionically infused words inside of the braille.
Oh, I thought it was literally just a braille, not psychically infused braille. Oof.
Yeah,
I think that's what's on.
yeah,
the
it's psychically
tablets in
infused.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's psychically infused.
Okay. Well, where's Tom? You there?
Oh, you know what?
Yep.
The wiki
Drop your token.
specifically calls out comprehend languages as reading it, as deciphering it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So Wilfred, you start leading the way. And about the point that you get around like here, you would begin to notice shifting in the sands around you
Uh-oh.
as
Oh, I should
large
be with Wilf, by the way.
bugs begin to come up out of the
Oh
sands.
my goodness gracious!
Jump scare.
We come in
Oh,
peace.
Yeah, jump scare
Great,
me,
giant
please.
fucking spiders.
Is that a dwarf on the front of it?
Yeah, the little
Is it a
Dwargar.
Dwargar?
Yeah, they have-
And as
they
a
actually
matter
have
of
Dwargars
fact,
on them.
you would see these gray-skinned dwarves wearing what appear to be blackened glass goggles rising up out of the sand astride these things.
Guten
We come in
Tag?
peace.
Yeah, are these squid people?
No. They might. I don't know.
Right? Are they
seem
friends?
of squid people?
Hello?
I've never
Do
seen
they
a
seem
I've
hostile, or
never
do
seen
they
a
just
great-
like?
So hold on, give me a second, because I'm just checking something.
Jarvis, just gonna say, I've never seen a gray dwarf before.
No, we saw them in.
There was at least one in Glacier Break.
There's a
Yeah.
conclave of
Oh,
gray
I was just
dwarves.
mainly just mountain
Yeah,
dwarves.
like
Oh,
the
seem to
priest of the
remember
Mind
so.
Forge is
he
Dwargar.
is?
Yeah,
I
the
didn't-
priest
I'm
in the
rem-
Mindforge temple
Remembering
is a
some roll
gray
20
dwarf.
icons.
Yeah, and then there's also Hrogar, who is in charge of he's like the
No,
king's
I
aide.
feel dumb.
But they would all just kind of like rise out, and you'd see them like hoisting these war hammers, and one of them would point towards you, Wilfred, and say something in. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I do not.
And you speak
Do any of
Dwarvish?
us speak
Walter
Dwarvish?
does.
Walter did.
Walter did.
If that's the
Yeah,
case,
I think we
Jarvis
had this problem
will
before.
Step up and comprehend language. At
Okay,
least
I
understand
would
them.
get the literal meaning of it.
so you step up and comprehend language. He's currently saying nothing because he's already said what he said before you did that, and they just stand there looking at you tensely with their weapons drawn
Put my
as
hands
you
up.
approach
Do
them.
you
You
speak
push-
common?
We definitely don't speak that.
would respond in Dwarvish.
Comprehend language does not.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I
just
know it doesn't translate my words.
he
Doesn't
was
Aaron have tongues?
He does,
I don't.
Are you
but
casting tongues?
Yeah.
Here
Okay.
sounds like the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you from back there.
I'll make a mental link with Aaron again.
The master seeks an audience with ye.
The whole?
Like with all of us, or just with him? Because you pointed at him earlier.
You like kind of, and it's weird. It's not like a normal, like, like when people are just kind of like, huh, what do you mean? He just kind of goes like a little limp for a second, and then he just kind of like refocuses and goes, all of ye.
Oh, they're thralls.
And if can
The
there's
master?
even
In
can we
deep
even
speech,
use-
I'll say,
Oh shit! Bring out the Elven
you're just a
tongue.
bunch of puppets, aren't you?
They don't seem to respond to that, but then you would hear within your own head, lost wayward child, so you seek my embrace once more. I am below the shifting sands. Return to me.
That would bleed over into Aaron's mind through the link.
Wolford, you good? You kind of
Yeah, you see Wilfred just kind of like, like in Baldur's Gate, whatever, like the psychic thing, they do like that flinching, like yeah. Wilfred just kind of does that. Okay, yeah, it's here.
Oh,
It's
Well, sounds like
it's below.
so should we take the express route or siege the place?
I mean Jarvis. We're invited guests.
Yeah, maybe
it's
we're not gonna
willingly.
die.
it's inviting us in, so we kind of can pass freely, but I don't know.
I don't know if we should go that route.
Maybe we shouldn't do anything too rash.
You're joking, right? You've seen what these things can do so far. Or at least, well,
We're we're not really
not
in
these
the
guys.
position of, doing anything. We don't know this landscape.
I will say, like, while you are all standing there having this conversation, trying to figure out, like, what your course of action is, the Dwergar on the back, weapons are still at the ready, but they've made no move. But the bugs don't seem to be under the control of anything greater, and they are bristling and ready to pounce, just barely being kept in check by their riders.
Yeah, so why don't we go pay a visit?
Yeah, I mean it would be rude to decline such an invitation.
Ed, your thoughts?
Yeah, let's do that.
In,
What? Yeah, I mean,
I guess in deep speech, I'll tell the puppets. That's right. Well, tell tell your master that we'll accept the invitation and we'll follow your lead.
There's like a slight pause, as though they're like receiving orders, and the lead one just motions to the other three and goes, "Very well, follow me." And you would watch as they would just kind of like close their mouths, seemingly like holding their breath as the bugs would burrow back under the sand and begin moving off. And
Fuck.
he would just start riding the creature over this way.
I think to
Where's
Wilfred,
Marcus?
put the rock in your ear.
He fell through the sand.
I put it in my ear.
Marcus and Nux in the sand, lost to time.
What are they doing?
I mean, probably a lot of things down there, Wilfred, but
Bugs.
About to go into
that'll tell you
Google
about the. Yeah, that yours will tell you about the stuff that's less obvious. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Mind flare, mind flare, mind flare, mind flare.
So you would just kind of like climb your way up onto the deck, which is not super hard since it's like pretty sunk into the terrain. And he would like stand on the deck and point his hammer within. And Wilfred, you would very much remember the layout of this place and how not too much further in there would be like a set of stairs and then one of those sphincters that would open into a chamber through which like the bottom was broken like the hull of the ship and down into a cave below.
Not
Oh,
the
they were
sphincter,
busy.
dude.
All right, this way.
We should have a safe word.
No, yeah, that context won't be taken out.
So you head down,
Pineapple.
get to the sphincter, enter into the chamber, and see the hole that leads below. And then you drop down.
As you're dropping down,
Where?
Jarvis will use his earring to do the message spell to, I believe it's on Bruce
To give one to
and Aaron, right now.
Aaron.
Yep.
Just Bruce and Aaron. I've only made 3 so far. I say, contact check, 1, 2. And
Who the hell is this?
Goes to both Aaron and Bruce.
That's a Bruce response.
So what's in my mind?
Now Bruce would just be
Polygon
acting.
reveal.
Why do I feel like Bruce would just be acting like he didn't get the message?
He probably would.
No,
Why
do
do you
it.
have 3 Marcuses? What the fuck is this? Get rid of 2 of these. Goodbye.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is about as far
Okay.
in as I got last time.
Do you think you could possibly disguise yourself as anything to help us out in this case?
I mean, they saw us, right?
Yeah.
Up there. So I don't think so.
Yeah. This is gonna be freaking hard.
Well, we're following the dwarf through?
No, it led us to the entrance and then pointed us to go in.
See that
Gotcha.
fucking shit.
What were those?
So you'd see to the north a set of double doors and then a single door over here. And yeah, you'd see these dwarves
Oh, those are just dwarves.
trapped
With-
within these mechanical machines.
What the fuck?
Eyes glazed over.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna guess because this is my first time seeing this miniature. Is this from the crap? That one book?
It's from Morgan Cannons.
That's from Morton Cadence. Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking it was from the one with the Return to Fendelver.
Fendelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk.
Yes.
It does have some cool Illithid stuff.
Yeah. That's where the mini elephants come from.
I guess I'll reach out to the Elder Brain and ask it which way.
So like you go to make the connection and then one of these guys just straining will say in common, but like you can hear like it's almost like a stifled scream. Wait in the room. Yeah. And then you watch as like one of the mechanical arms like painfully shifts to the right, pointing towards the door. And the mechanical arm just looks like a giant hammer.
How much of him is him, based on my observation?
All of him is him. He is inside of what appears to be some
is he
sort
like rocking
of
a mech suit, or is he like Atom Smasher right now?
very much rocking a mech suit.
Got it.
And not under his own control.
Of course. That's obvious.
Did that mean like we go through the doors here and wait in the room beyond, or wait in this room?
That's right.
Oh, that room. Okay. So yeah,
Can we
I'll go.
see into that room?
Yeah, the door would open, and I will reveal for you.
They actually have a meeting room. This is weird. Are there actually boxes in here?
There are, but there's not like armor and stuff. But there are crates within this room.
Jarvis will poke a box, see if there's any dust on it.
They're
Garbo.
coated in a fair bit of dust. Yeah.
Okay, so these were just forgotten.
Self-control.
What
Oh.
about the chairs and table?
Also seems long since used, but
Oh, so this is the first time using this. Good to know.
first time in a while.
So, what's the plan here?
This thing can probably read our minds.
Mm-hmm.
I think improvise. If we don't know what we're doing, it doesn't know what we're doing.
I mean, I could do a couple things. Marcus, any ideas?
I don't really. No.
I think for now we just wait and see where this goes, and if there's an opportunity, we take it.
Indeed.
Wish Aaron and Bruce could speak to us now.
I'm just admiring the purple torches. Purple flames, not really something you see a lot.
Okay, you are back.
I just got back. Sorry.
Yeah, good. Oh, Aaron, you got any idea what the fuck to do? Because we're here to essentially clean
I think the
house.
less you say out loud, the better.
Yeah. Maybe you just don't talk about it.
And try not to think about it either.
I don't know what
I
to
am
do.
I am speed reading. Speed. Oh, why can't I think of the word?
Yeah.
I'm like
Mind
thumbing
book?
through the mind book
Okay.
for anything like what was the thing that talked in
Elder brain.
yeah elder brain whatever the silent communication was with the dwarves.
Yeah, you would find entry on Elder Brain and begin reading that. And I would say you would hear after about like only being in there for about 2 minutes, from beyond the chamber, you'd hear what sounds like those double doors opening. And then shortly thereafter, the door near you opening as
Aaron's rock would
these
start
two-
going off.
Oh, it would. Yeah, your rock would start going off as
Only once the door opens.
yeah, once the door opens. And this guy would have come in first and he'd be like levitating and just floated past all of you, as the two of them go over to the head of the table. And I mean, you've seen this guy before. Come on, classic image. But this guy next to him, see a drow.
Oh, they are
That's a
literally
guy?
the drow.
Is that a drow with tentacles for legs?
Nope.
That's a guy?
The drow should be I
Yeah.
believe it is a male. Hold on, let me
Yeah, it
check.
looks like a male drow.
I
Or
guess in
female with a
Elvish, I'll
buttress?
say, are you a puppet too, or are you here under your own free will?
Give me a moment. Because I want to find out if that is male or female.
God damn it, Bean.
Insert
That's a male
insert
drow. It's
Professor
kind of
Oak.
a sleigh.
I just noticed the.
Are you a
D&D
puppet
pro-
or like or free-minded sheep?
I was going for the boy or girl because he's trying to figure out if it's a male or female drow.
Oh no, it is a female drow. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Much of a sleigh to be a male drow. Or,
She
you know.
scoffs at that.
At my question.
Yeah.
Okay, probably free will. The mind flayers are working with the drow. Everyone panic.
I mean, we
It's fine.
knew
It's
this.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Many are saying it.
Stop moving this fucking ship. Get the ship out of the darkness. Go away. All right.
What ship?
So as
Drawing an arrow.
somebody put a ship over there.
Probably
Somebody put the
probably
Black
Tom.
Lagoon.
That is very bold of you to assume it was May.
Yeah, I know it was Bean
So,
because Bean's the only one that has access to that damn brown bear.
I did the brown bear. I did not do the ship.
Oh, okay. So basically, get fucking out of here. She would say nothing, but would stand there. And he would begin, and you would all just feel like within your minds. And Aaron and Wilfred, this would sound exactly like the Elder Brain that you had just previously heard. Oh. All of you. Well, most of you high intellect individuals coming into my lair of your own free will. What a treat. But despite what you may think, I am no monster. What we do is simply how we survive. Would you blame a vulture for picking a carcass?
I was not
Would
a
you-
carcass when I came in here.
No, but you were a tasty morsel. And it like kind of almost instinctually like wipes its tentacles with the back of its hand. I think it might have been drooling a little bit.
nope.
But I can be civilized. As you see, there is another here of their own free will. Delicious mind intact. So, while I'm almost sure of why you're here, tell me, why have you come?
Um,
We got lost.
We got lost.
You say that, and then you notice the drow standing next to the mind flare makes a hand sign, and the mind flare nods.
To make
I
sure that
have a-
us.
What kind of hand sign was that?
Yeah.
Do you know drow sign language?
Nope.
Nope.
And,
Then you have absolutely no idea what that meant.
even though that was a thing.
Let's see.
Can I insight check the hand motions?
Sure.
The intent behind it, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna attempt something. I don't know if it will work. I'm gonna link with the drow because
Ooh.
it doesn't have to be willing.
Willing.
and I'm going to attempt to think like the Elder Brain
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
and be like,
Oh.
remind me again what that sign meant. So
Okay,
I'm
make a
sure.
Nailed
deception
it.
check.
Fucking nailed it.
A bold move that may work.
Okay. Oh, actually, hold on.
Nah, I don't know what's going on, so I can't do anything to assist.
Hilarious. That is okay. Okay. This is that's gonna be funny. Okay. All right. You see like this look on her face of just disgust, and then she just starts looking at all of you, and then she hones in on you, Wilfred,
Uh-oh.
and is just staring you down, and then you'd hear back in your own head, "Nice try, but I'm no fool. I can tell when someone's lying."
Does only Wilfred hear that in his head, or everyone?
I'm going to pretend like I don't hear her speaking in my brain.
Okay, that one's not you actually. Okay, yeah, make another deception check or performance if you would. Okay,
I could do
All right.
performance if you'd like.
let's just see. Let's just see.
Goodness, her insight.
Oh my god, that is that's disgusting.
And
Does
what
she have
kind
like
of
a plus 10 to insight?
She does, and she just rolled a natural 20 for a
Oh my
30.
god!
God!
Yeah, she doesn't buy it
Not
in the
bad.
slightest. There's a little fucking bead of sweat coming down your brow, and she sees it. She's honed in on you. So basically, she has an ability where if anyone speaks a language that she understands to her, she automatically knows if it's a lie. The insight was to see if any one of you gave up the fact that you were the one pretending to be it, and her insight beat yours out with a 25.
I technically was not speaking a language.
Pull this person from something you made, or you pull it from somewhere?
A
No,
drow,
it's a
standard drow ability.
I know standard draw, but it is
Ability,
it
I'm
is a
not
standard
sure.
ability of a monster in Tomophos.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm.
Cool.
I mean, you didn't speak it out loud, but you spoke into her mind.
Yeah,
and
that's
if
true.
it's
Yeah.
speak a language that she understands, and you did it, yeah. So, but yeah, the first one beat it out, so that's why she honed in on you, and then you tried, and she beat it out again. So she's on to you. She knows. She knows.
All right. We came here to make sure that Austin doesn't get attacked by mind flayers again.
I also didn't particularly enjoy being used as a puppet.
Well,
It's not the full truth, but it's not a lie.
if you wish to avoid your precious city from being attacked again, I might have a proposition for you. You see, this place that we find ourselves in is so far from home. And the people here, it's rare for us to find individuals of an intelligence that sates our needs. That college, however, was a ripe source. But if we could find a way to repair our spacecraft, then we could leave you in peace. We can once more sail the what is it, the Sea of
Sea of
Night?
Natural
Night.
sea.
The Sea of Night is the Faerunian term for it.
Well, they're not originally from here. I mean, they
Yeah.
might use that, right? Yeah. We can once more sail the Sea of Night and perhaps find our way back to our colony.
Quick
The
question.
biggest, fattest
Is it-
insight check ever.
Let's
Go
say,
for
is this
it.
being said
Yeah,
to
I
all
want
of
an
us?
insight check.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, this is being said in all of your heads.
Fucking
Okay,
throbbing
inside of-
Oh,
insight
let's
check, dude.
go!
Throbbing insight
gonna-
check.
I'm gonna knowledge from past life my
Fucking meaty insight check. I get advantage on these.
sexual 6. Yes.
At
You know
least
what? Bruce
me
will-
and
Bruce will
Marcus are
try
picking
to.
up some-
Maybe he'll do better
Uh,
than me.
picking up vibes.
Oh, he
almost
did
there.
do
Don't
better than me, motherfucker.
Don't forget Nyx.
Deception. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget old Nixie boy.
Give me a nuts check.
Insight check. Ugh.
Great old nutsack.
Oh, same,
Nuts.
same.
Nut check failed.
So,
Okay,
what do we get?
so yeah, Wilfred.
This sounds
As
reasonable.
strange as it sounds, it sounds like a reasonable proposition.
Oh Jesus.
Not that
Marcus,
I trust them anyways, because of my gut
right,
feeling.
21. You know these things are dangerous, and it's with the drow, so you definitely still don't trust them fully. But at least on the part of the elder brain, well, the mind flare speaking to you as far as you're concerned, it seems to be truthful. Jarvis, the only one that beat it out.
Oh,
You,
how stinky is it?
the statement is more of a half truth. They want to leave, but repairing their ship by no means necessarily would the city be spared.
On that note,
But yeah, the rest of you all pretty much it's the same thing. It's like this sounds reasonable.
Sounds
Yeah, well,
These
makes
guys-
sense.
I do
Yeah.
this for good reason.
boy.
I'm casting a spell. Yeah, I'm sorry. They're gonna pulse wave.
Oh,
They're gonna-
okay. I guess we're doing this.
We're
Oh
doing
my
this.
word.
We knew. No, we knew we were doing this.
This is
Oh,
not
we
how
knew.
to do it, though.
I mean, I thought
We're cursed, bro.
we're gonna have to fight our way to the elder brain. Okay.
Am I able to get
Oh,
pulse
my
wave
word.
off?
I don't want to have to kill this poor dwarf
Seems
guy.
like the party's
I-
split 50-50.
Yeah, hold on.
No, I'm into it. Let's get it.
I mean, I want to kill them all. They had plans
This
for
is
my
not
kids.
the way to go about it, though. Like, we're not in a position here where we actually could fully succeed.
I will counterspell the counterspell.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Bruce?
Oh,
Bruce.
Would
So,
Bruce
yeah,
counterspell the counterspell
would-
of the counterspell?
Bruce is an intelligent
Okay.
individual.
You
He knows
What
not to
would
do
Bruce
this here.
get?
You would go to Pulse Wave,
Wait,
and
Bruce counterspelling my pulse
you
wave?
you would
No, Aaron's
no,
counterspelling.
no.
I'm counterspelling the counterspell. I don't know what Bruce would do.
Someone DM
Well,
Matt.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
I don't
the
know.
Mind Flare will counterspell your Pulse Wave, which would
Oh,
then get
fuck.
counterspelled by Aaron, which would mean it would go off. Unless there was an additional counterspell to prevent it from going off.
okay. So
No,
Aaron's counterspell wouldn't even go off because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will,
it's-
could
My
Will-
Wilfred's
counterspell
gonna
got
go off.
countered,
no, like
but mine got countered.
no.
No, yours
But
did
yours-
not.
so he countered that.
The mind flare counterspelled the pulse wave. So you're
So you wouldn't
you're not
pop it.
counterspelling Jarvis at all.
I mean, me and him
both
let me
did.
clarify. Oh, you
Beck,
were-
me and
you
the
were
Mind Flayer
going
both counterspell him.
Yeah.
Oh, you were counterspelling Jarvis.
Yes, he was counterspelling
Yes.
Jarvis.
So
Okay.
this was done at the same time, so technically they both counterspelled me.
Yeah.
And
okay.
and Wilfred counterspelled mine, but the Mind Flayer still went
Yeah,
off
it's
unless someone else
still
has.
counterspells. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless someone else has a counterspell to counterspell the Mind Flayers.
The counterspell to counterspell to counterspell.
And well, I'll tell you one thing. I now got a charge.
Yeah, I think you did.
You get 2 charges. Oh no, because it's
No.
hostile. It's hostile.
I only gained half the level of the spell.
The Mind Flayer would look over towards Aaron and just seemingly surprised. Well, that was pleasant. Are we done? Can we finish this conversation? Or are you going to be barbarians?
I'm going to
Yeah,
psychic
I think
link with
we
Jarvis and be like, "What?"
conversation.
I mean, I'm all for killing them, but why did you do that?
They're gonna fuck us over in the last minute.
Oh,
Well, if that's the case, then
I'll guess I'll slowly spread the word psychically. Take 6 seconds per person.
so
I mean, when you tell me that, I have a
Say it
response.
out loud.
Yeah, I'd go to you next.
so Miss, how do you go about fixing the ship per se?
You're addressing the drow? The drow's not the one that's been talking.
Whoever's been talking.
That would be the Mind Flayer. They are androgynous. There is no male or female. They are smooth.
They are illicit.
They are Barbie doll. Yeah, they are illicit. Well, since you asked, you see, those oh so genius people at the college have been toying with an idea using technology from a place you may be unfamiliar with. But regardless, it would allow them to traverse the skies. This would allow us to repair our Nautaloid and return to the Sea of Night. You simply would need to acquire that information for us. That way, there would be no more death on our part. Once you returned with it, we would begin reconstruction and leave within due course.
There's also an issue of a certain egg that my doppelganger sent this way.
A kind gift. What of it?
Well, it's not really something that should be just, left out in the world to be potentially used for nefarious means. Not saying that you have nefarious intentions, but yes, it belongs in a museum.
Yeah, and I mean, how did you even crash here?
These are two separate matters, but in regards to your precious egg, do not worry, it will be taken with us into the Sea of Night, where it shall serve a greater purpose towards achieving the grand design. And as to how we crashed, call it divine intervention. The guardians of this world did not take kindly to our presence and struck us from the sky.
I see. So if forgive me. If that's the case, why change your ways all of a sudden?
We are not welcome here. This place is foreign to us, and we are few in number. We cannot serve the grand design from this crystal sphere.
Insight check.
I will. No, that's a bad idea.
Knowledge from a past life. I'm not letting you beat this DC.
Can I?
30.
30.
That was a really good roll, but it doesn't beat a 30.
It meets a 30.
And you are no, it doesn't meet a 30. And you're inciting if what is currently being said about the grand design and all that, if that's true.
Yeah, my question about like the why would you change your intentions of, oh yeah, we came here, the gods obviously wanted us out because we were doing our bullshit, and now it's like, you know what, we're just gonna pack up and leave.
With that insight of 30, seems to be telling the truth.
What?
Doesn't mean they're not taking snacks with them.
And it would continue to say, our presence here was never our intention. What your people call reckoning portals, one appeared before us, and we were pulled through to the space above this world before we even had the opportunity to attempt to survey our surroundings. Was our ship struck down? The guardians of your world are responsible for our presence here.
What's this grand design that you've referred to?
I'm gonna look in the mind book for grand design.
Yeah, you start thumbing through the book. It is what my people refer to as our raison d'etre. It is the greatest goal that we can aspire to, the restoration of our people, our empire. Long ago, we ruled a fair portion of the Sea of Night, but a war with a rival race lessened our numbers and struck us down from our height of glory.
I see. I hope someone is thinking of something while we're asking all these questions, by the way. It's kind of Marcus's point here.
I still want to blast them.
I'll look at Aaron
No,
and like see if he has any idea what this empire did.
You see his eyes going back and forth.
Yeah, what is it? I mean, that's at least part of it. Yeah, you know, Illithid Empire ruled a bunch of places, made slaves of people, ate their brain matter, and then the Gith and the big war, and
So
yeah,
bad.
these-
Yeah.
Aaron's just gonna get a thing
That
from
tracks.
driver saying, "There's no way we're not doing this."
I mean, I wouldn't cast a spell again in front of them like you are to send that message. I was hoping Wilfred would share my logic with people.
I'm using my earring.
You're still
Yeah,
casting
which
the
you
spell.
use to cast the spell message.
That was more just you hold the earring.
You're still casting the spell.
yeah, you're still casting the spell message.
Yeah,
Which is
as
fine,
with
though, right?
all magic item.
And I'll just whisper to Aaron since he's next to me.
She knows.
And those elf ears are not hearing it.
Yeah, they're not hearing it.
I shush Jarvis as soon as he starts.
That's
Yeah, that's hilarious. Her passive alone is nuts. She
I
totally
can
would.
imagine. Yeah.
Her passive's a 20. And,
I say, shh, I'm reading.
Shit, I'm reading.
I mean, what the thing about the grand design checks out, Wilfred.
Oh fuck.
But I mean,
boy.
probably true that it doesn't help him much here. Cut off from everyone.
I mean, if we let them proceed in attempting to achieve the grand design, that's a lot of people that we're just letting die. Even if they do stab us, and even if they don't stab us in the back, like Jarvis thinks they will.
I mean, I see your logic, but it sure feels like it's gonna happen eventually with or without them. So I don't agree with the logic. I understand the logic, but I don't agree with it.
And I'm assuming this is all via
Telepathically.
your
Yeah.
telepathic
Yeah,
link.
he said he did the link to me.
Yeah, all right. No, I just wanted to make sure. It'd be really funny you just having this conversation across the table out loud.
I have an idea of potentially how to get us deeper.
Well, let Jarvis know why I did what I did.
Yeah, I'll link with Jarvis and tell him what Aaron wants me to tell him.
Okay.
Shut the no, I'm kidding.
No, so while you guys are doing that, the drow is like scrutinizing each and every one of you, but the mind flare, since Marcus has been doing the most actual talking, would look over towards him and go, "Have I assuaged your doubts? Do we have an accord? Simply retrieve what we ask, and we will no longer be a thorn in your side. Your city will be safe, and no people will lose their heads."
Yeah, so like,
They
here-
won't lose
here-
their heads, they'll lose their brains.
so like, let me tell you something. I don't know if I should say this. If I'll just say it. I need some sort of guarantee that when we leave here, the plans just don't all of a sudden alter.
Why would they change?
Well, because if they did, and you can read my mind if you'd like. There's a great worm that would love to pay a visit. Take that as you will.
Seems to like focus on you more than it previously was.
And you're telling the truth. She
I
knows
don't
it.
want it to focus too much on Marcus, so I'm just gonna speak up. Well, after some deliberation, I think your deal is quite swell. If we're gonna take this knowledge from the college, it's going to be difficult as they will not willingly give that up. So if we could potentially borrow some equipment that you possess. I'm sure you have an armory somewhere inside that we could potentially borrow some equipment for our attack on the college.
Also, we'll need a trophy as part of what we get as well.
Yeah.
Like something to make
Yeah,
it
if
look
you
like we
have
dealt
a
with you.
feeble mind flare that you're not thrilled with their performance, just their
Oh my
head.
god.
I mean, they didn't say it doesn't have to be a mind flayer necessarily.
Oh yeah, it could just
You know,
anything.
something.
Yeah, someone that who's not met their performance review.
Okay. Yeah, my god.
Man,
So I gotta ask, what of this is actually truthful?
I mean, the trophy is 100% truthful.
I mean,
The truth.
bring
Well, the
us
trophy's
because-
truthful.
bring us deeper inside. I want to go deeper inside. That's true. Why I want to go deeper inside is the lie.
But also, if we were to assault the college, he would need more weapons.
Yep.
Great worm.
Okay.
Focus.
You
You
would-
will
So it's not a.
burn.
None of it is a full lie.
You would see
Which,
the
by definition, would make it a lie because we're
the-
not telling the full truth.
the
It's
drow
intent behind it.
would make a series of hand signs, and the mind flare would seemingly take note of that, and then look back towards Marcus.
I should have said that in deep speech.
Is he still have tongues up?
Aaron.
Aaron? Yeah, does
Probably
Aaron still have
does.
tongues up?
Yeah, it's an hour.
It's not been an hour yet.
So what did the hand sign say?
Hand signs
That's
is not a
Yep.
language spoken.
Yeah,
it's not a spoken language.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. What did it say?
You don't need to fucking know unless you know drow hand fucking sign language. You don't know.
Now I know what I'm gonna wish for when I get 9th level spells.
Child of Avernus, your threat of a worm does not frighten us. This place is well protected from the skies. However would he reach down below?
Well, I
Well-
think he would have quite the time getting to know that there's a colony here, and I mean, you do know the sheer size of him, don't you?
Marcus, I don't think this is helping.
I mean,
Guys, come up with your
Seem to
fucking plan.
grasp our influence upon the mind. Size means nothing compared to our will.
You are absolutely
But-
so correct. Finally, someone said it. Size does not matter.
you know, Marcus, they're probably right. They probably also want to care about that other powerful entity you helped recently.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Dylan,
I am completely thinking of the name that Marcus said, in case there's any mind reading going on.
Dylan,
Yeah.
it's not really an ability, but it's kind of like a reverse, usage of how they're communicating. Because like there's a psychic network. Can I get like a general layout of like open spaces of like what is void and what is rock, basically, by reaching into the network and seeing where the different sources of psychic energy are.
What is the? I think so, but the thing is like, first of all, post the ability that you're trying to modify to do this in the first
It's
place.
basically telepathic speech, psychic defenses.
Yeah.
I could also detect thoughts as well. Which I would psionically cast, so it's not seen.
So it says, so effectively what you would have to do here is you would have to make the connection with the mind flare that you can see right now, because I think both of them, both of them are specifying to a creature that you can see. So you can attempt to connect to it, which would connect you to the network, and then if you make, it's going to be a high DC. Basically, I mean, I don't know if it'd be Arcana or spell check, but
Maybe spell, because that's what I'm using for
Yeah.
psychic.
so high DC spell check to see if you can like via your connection to that ping where there's other psychic sources within this space.
All right. Yeah, I'll make a charisma check. 21. I
Alright.
imagine
Pretty good.
is not high enough.
Yeah, because this is
I
it's
guess I'll re-roll that with if that's not high enough, magical guidance.
Okay. Okay.
23.
All right. You make the connection. It seems willing for it at first, since it's been kind of like one-sided connecting to you.
It's curious as to what I'm doing, but once I start going a bit deeper, it's like, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
And then you start pinging. Oh man. So it wouldn't give you exactly where they are, but I would give you within proximity. So I'm trying to, let's see here. So it doesn't end up giving you a layout, but you know, like 120 plus feet to the west of you, you ping like 3 sources. But you wouldn't ping that first. You would ping to the northwest. You would ping. Jesus Christ, how fucking far is that? Yeah, to the northwest, 120 feet exactly. You would ping 3 sources, and then to the north, you would ping 1 source. And then when you got to the 3 that are 120 plus feet, yeah, maybe about like 130, to the west, that would seemingly be like you pinging where the elder brain is, because you would get like,
The strongest sense.
yeah, like so much so that you would like get feedback and you would just feel yourself like blasted back out of it. And yeah, because you just tried to do something crazy. And you know what? I'm not gonna punish you for it. It does blast you back though, and it gives you like a wicked headache, and you kind of almost like feel yourself fall out of your chair, and you catch yourself at the last second, and you guys see like a little bit of blood coming down out of his nose. Um, but yeah, and the mind flare would turn and like look at you, and you also obviously would have pinged that, but I mean like that's immediately right there.
Yeah. In deep
Uh,
speech, I would just say I never got to see the full place. I was curious because I don't think the drow knows that language.
it doesn't seem to. No, actually, let me check. Let me double check. No, no, it does not. Okay. Be funny if it did. It looks at you curiously.
Well, I have an idea. I don't know how this would work. Being Dylan, uh, so twin spell plus dimension door.
Huh?
Can you twin spell dimension door?
Well, that target self.
It targets myself plus another creature, which technically would be the one target.
So you could theoretically
And the
grab
range is not
2
self.
people.
I think
What's
that
the
it
range?
wouldn't let you. I think that you would be able to grab 2 people the way the spell's worded. Not that you would be able to dimension door, like
Another
make
set
2
of
people
people.
beat. Yeah, I think you'd be able to take 2 people with you.
All right. I guess like over the course of a few seconds, I can um, uh, tell everyone's like I think I know where the elder brain is. I can get 3 of us there. Who wants to come with?
Oh
Me.
my god!
I mean, if you give the directions, I can cast it
Yeah,
on someone.
I would tell you where.
Let's
Um,
do it.
But as he's going around telling everyone that, so like, was the trophy a deal breaker? Like, you kind of quit answering about that.
I guess Bruce would also know, so Bruce could get.
We
Bruce will move
have
over to Marcus.
one, but you would have to dispatch the disappointment should you wish to acquire this trophy. For what purpose, though, I do not understand. Is it so that your commanders within the city would be satisfied with this excursion's results?
I mean, it would certainly go a long way towards making them satisfied if we had a trophy to bring them. Yeah.
The drow would do another hand sign.
That is not a lie at all. It would.
You don't know what it's saying.
And that hand sign could mean like they're telling the truth.
Yeah. She knows whether or not you're lying. So if it's truth, she'll let him know. If it's a lie, she'll let him know.
For what it's worth, though, I'm speaking to in deep speech as far as the Illith is concerned too.
Oh,
She hears it anyway, but he also hears it in deep speech.
that's true. Yeah.
How long would it take me to tell everyone to grab a partner and be ready on a signal to cast to go dimension door this direction?
Well, you've got the telepathic, so you're not casting message. Was it like 6 seconds?
It's 6
a
seconds
person?
each, yeah.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Well, and then the people have to respond, need to respond as well. So
I mean that happens within the 6 seconds because I just linked
I'm
with them.
sorry.
that's
there is
true.
one downside to this plan.
What do you mean one downside?
Who's being left behind?
Zeus.
And who else?
Zeus.
yeah, just this.
Because if I twin dimension door, I can get Nyx and Ed.
Yeah.
Bruce can get Marcus, and Aaron can
Aaron
get
can
you.
get Jarvis. Yeah.
So three of us have dimension door. I thought it was just 2 of us. My bad. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, we are going to have to leave Zeus behind, but
That's
It'll be
fine.
I think this is our best plan, honestly. Unless we want to go through with repairing the ship. I'm on
I
board
don't
for that.
know.
So as
I'm
you're
on
relaying
board.
this to people, who's stalling for time?
Oh, I am. I'm trying to find out if we still have if we have a deal with the with the
Okay,
trophy.
so
and
you
all that.
say that, and like it said, deeper within there is one of us that was mistakenly turned. Well, actually, how the fuck does that work? Is it in the reverse? I forget how they work, right? Because like when they become an illithid, are you already considered undead?
You're not undead.
No,
Well, you're
No,
not
you're
undead,
not
but
undead.
like, well, you don't have a soul anymore, though, right?
No,
your soul is destroyed. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't. You don't go to the afterlife if you're ceramorphosis. I think.
Right. So he would. It would say. A creature of the night was added to our ranks, but its bloodlust
A
and
vampire
hunger
illithid. Oh god.
proves unstable. If you were to remove the experiment, then your trophy, would you be able to collect?
If it's a vampire, wouldn't it just turn into mist like a vampire, though?
Perhaps. Or perhaps not.
Uncharted territory, even for once, as knowledgeable as you. That must not happen very often.
Do you possess a vorpal weapon? I believe that would get the job done.
Is Balmung Vorpal?
Balmung is Vorpal.
Among is vorpal, yeah.
And it does it better than a Vorpal blade because it does it on a 19 or 20. Whereas Vorpal just does it on a 20.
Yeah, he's mad at me right now, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you even pulled him back out of the bag of holding yet?
No. I'm scared.
Oh, he'd be going crazy right now. They're not dragons,
get-
but these
Frothing at
things
his
are
non-existent
evil.
mouth.
He's gonna fucking
Fucking
yell
great
at me.
worm! Kill the fucking great worm!
Yeah,
Where
he's
is
gonna
it?
yell at me.
Where
I
is
just
it?
don't
Kill
want.
it.
I just don't want to deal with that.
He's just going "Arr," in the fucking. But all right, I'd say about half of you know what the plan is. You got a little bit more time to stall for.
I'll point to the drow lady.
All right, yeah. If you just give us some directions to where that individual would be, and also where the armory is for us to equip for if we're gonna go after the college, getting the equipment.
Exit through this door. Go through the double doors. And to the right of the statue along the wall, there is a secret entrance to a room that we have secluded the reject in. As for the armory, once you've dealt with it, you will be led there by my associate. And the drow would just stand there and sternly nod.
Would that have gotten the other
Alright.
half?
Yeah.
Sounds more than fair, if I do say so myself. What do you think, Wilfred?
I think we should enact this plan right away, and that would be the signal.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
just as the hand sign's going up, and then all of you would hear in your heads just as you're like poofing away. How disappointing. And I will move you all. Minus.
All right, guy.
We were landing right on top of the elder brain. That'd be funny.
Twinned requires sorcery points equal to
The spell.
target save.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
spell
ahead
level,
and
so
pop
it takes
my
from 1, 2, 3, 4.
frost rune because shit's going down.
So as
Zeus collapses where he is.
okay.
No, my
So
boy.
as you feel
he's
yourself
fine. He just collapses where he is.
Deactivates.
as you feel yourself teleporting, you would all feel like you're going in the right direction because Wilfred would have told you like generally where it was, and the three of you casting the spell would feel yourself rebounded off of the area where you wanted to be placed, and instead you would be placed here, which you would have like a general sense of direction. You're just north of the location, and
so
standing
like up
in
these stairs or down the
Yeah.
stairs.
yeah, and then you would see standing in front of you. They don't have art, but you'd see three very rough and tumble looking Dwergar.
Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, coming through. Don't mind us.
Yeah, we got an appointment.
But better
They would-
question is, should we start combat now?
Well, yeah, so you guys would poof in, and then like these guys would be kind of like listing for a second, and then all of a sudden they would draw their weapons, and yeah, at this point, let's
Snap
roll
to
initiative.
attention with the elder brain commanding them to be like.
Oh, okay. Can we get a word with the secretary? It should be in your Google Calendar. Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'm on the list. It's right there under Coulter.
Yeah,
off.
it's it. Is it?
Yeah, okay.
I believe. you.
Oh, huge Ed roll.
I mean, Dylan.
Wait, still the lowest Ed roll.
Yeah. See, I'm on the list, Dylan.
Oh, let's go nuts!
Oh my.
Why is that the only good charisma roll I ever get? But it's not even a real roll.
Awful.
Hilarious.
Awful. Yeah, that's about right.
Ed beat the enemies with his initiative.
That's insane.
Well,
Wait, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do now. I'm used to having the whole round to think. God damn it.
well, in a weird way, it's kind of appropriate. We kind of just appeared in front of them and started attacking.
But yeah, you all bamf in, and you know what? I think because we only have a half hour left, let's not start,
start
what is
combat.
effectively going to be a big combat. We'll
Yeah,
just
yeah,
pick
yeah,
the
yeah.
initiative up, and we'll call it there for tonight. And next week, assault on the Elder Brain.
God
Assault.
damn!
I think
Goes
my
to that
plan was
bitch.
pretty good. Figure out
It was
where
a pretty
things
good plan.
are
It was
and
a pretty
eventually-
good plan.
I have a plan.
I mean, we also had a very good alternate idea of repairing the ship for them.
I have
Which-
a plan.
Out of character, terrible idea.
Nah, that's the one I'm more leaning towards than what we're doing right now.
I was thinking big scary
I will
dragon.
say, if we had to do that, Jarvis
scary
would have found some way to sabotage the fuck out of their ship.
Rig it so it explodes when it exceeds
Captain, the
X
engine's
feet above the
working.
ground.
Yeah.
Essentially, make it go into like a gravitational sinkhole into itself or something.
It is not a Romulan warbird.
Oh, you do what Anakin did to the fucking droid ship. Did lock the navigational array into the moon. It's-
No, the sun, the sun.
Hear me out, Beck. 2 pieces of uranium, each half of critical mass,
Oh,
separated by a performance of creation blocker of lead. When the performance of creation is up, they go together.
Brilliant.
Gentlemen, if you haven't signed
So
up
where do we get the
already-
uranium?
Bean,
Yes.
thank you for counterspelling.
I felt bad about it, but it did not feel like a good place to do it.
No, it just seemed like these guys are gonna screw us in more than one way, and I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take
I
it.
mean, there was other ways about it. You could have just been looked at Wilford, and Wilford would have been like, or like give him a signal, and he would have made a link and be like, "What?"
Oh god.
Jarvis, I'm sadly to say, is not that socially.
He's kind of a high int, low int character.
High end load.
Int.
I might have a PhD, but man, am I not a smart man.
I mean, some of the.
I mean,
people know in
that's
grad
the
school-
wisdom, right?
Why
Knowing
I'm so
not to do it
smart?
then?
Well,
I have a
that's the other
PhD.
thing. I have a wisdom of 16.
Oh.
Oh, you do. Yeah, your behavior does not match your stats.
The math does not
Now,
add up.
Bruce,
The math doesn't add up.
Bruce's behavior matches his stats perfectly.
Yeah, see, that's.
Yeah,
that's how,
I have a average wisdom.
That's how you cope with
Although
having a bad
speaking
stat
of
block.
Wisdom, I'm not proficient in insight, perception, at all.
Man, that was too good though. That was hilarious.
With the 20 wisdom.
Well, I may be stupid.
It's
Dylan, with a 31 deception, am I on the list as Coulter?
You might be.
Yeah, mate.
It's like,
You
all right,
might
let me
be,
put your
mate.
name down before we kill you.
That being said, finally the good and bad Huntley got a charge.
Yeah.
I can now cast Shield from it.
We are going to be in for a very dangerous fight, especially if it manages to get a hold of Ed or Bruce
He's
or
gonna have a hard
Oh,
time.
I'll be fucking.
Wilfred.
I'm gonna kill all of you.
I mean, I think I proved that I could be.
Oh yeah.
He's
If
gonna
you
have
get
a hard
taken
time.
control of, we're fucked. Because like we just become incapacitated, and then they eat our brains.
I incapacitate them for you.
There's also the catch.
The catch.
What?
The catch.
Oh, we're cursed.
You're cursed.
This
Yeah,
is true.
plus-
You still don't know what the catch to the curse is.
Surely they don't weaken our psychic defenses, which would be such a dumb curse to send us off after them.
Yeah, I would assume that this curse what would do is, I'm guessing, if it was a means to ensure that we get the job done, probably make us more feral and hunt down the creatures that did this.
You'll have to see.
And maybe it'll make us immune to psychic-based attacks, but make our intelligence 3.
Yeah,
I take it.
yeah, literally.
It's like, that's an improvement.
Yeah, it's all right.
If you
Oh,
haven't
my
already,
brain to be
boys, you haven't already,
perfect.
boys. If you're interested, go sign up for Arena.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a fucking nerd.
Okay.
So,
No
Look,
Star Wars
man.
Arena.
Look, it's Star Wars. It's PVE. I mean, come on.
No, I don't. I don't say this. I don't actually like Star Wars.
You
So
know what?
that-
Fair enough.
How?
Fair enough.
I forgive you, Luke.
I'm surprised. All right. Good night, everyone.
Have a good night, man.